Testing, 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 testing. Hello, test, 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 test. Testing, testing. Are we live? Testing, testing. Hello, 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 hello. Are we back and live? Hopefully, very shortly. I don't know what's going on with League of Legends right now, but it does not want to play nice, my friends. I am so sorry for what's going on. Oh. Yes, please do open League of Legends and get us back into this game. That would be wonderful. I'm going to get back into call with my caster. Overcomer is right here. Connecting soon. Hopefully reconnecting. Again, very sorry about this, guys.
Okay. I hear something.
Hi, how's it going? It's saying I was removed from the party, but I've just got a blank screen and it says I'm spectating, but I'm not.
What the?
I I don't know. I really
Um,
have no idea.
I don't restart your client
Oh,
maybe?
I have restarted my client. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's
Right?
happening.
I
This
am
is.
I am positive five,
Just say
so
pause for me, please. That's
yeah,
this is
I've got you.
really unfortunate.
It's literally just setting us up for a very hype game.
Yes, yes. If it'll work. This is absolutely ridiculous. It put me in spectator, kicked me out, and then said I'm spectating a game. But it won't let me spectate. It won't show up anything. It won't bring up the actual game
Hmm.
itself. This is really unfortunate, guys. I'm really sorry about this. Oh my god. Reconnect, reconnect, reconnect. That's the button. That's the button that we want to press. That's the button that lets me actually see the game. Please, fingers crossed, let this work. For the love of science, please.
I mean, when it comes to Riot Games, does
uh,
logic and science and all things of the natural world even exist?
No, only one thing exists, and it is a delicious carbohydrate-filled dish known as food. But look what we have on the screen. That's good enough. All right.
Okay.
I will give you guys 30 seconds to finish off your predictions while we just get set up over here. Sorry. I am so freaking sorry about that, guys. I hope you're all still with us. I hope all those predictions, yep, all the predictions are still good. So that's that. Don't worry. That's taken care of through on the other side of things with Streamlabs. I am paused at 12 seconds, Overcomer. So if you don't mind catching up to me there,
No
I will
worries, I'll catch up to you.
get us going in a second. And for some reason, guess what?
Okay.
What's going on? All right. Give me 2 seconds, my friends, while I get rid of that. Close that to make sure we don't lag out again. We are good. We're at 12 seconds. All right. Bets and polls. The predictions are closing, whatever you want to call them, in 3, 2, 1. All right. That is closed. I get to sit on that until we're done the game, but the predictions are 70% in favor of PVE. So why don't we just get this game started, Overcomer, in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I can breathe now. Jeez. Oh no, Edgar Allan. Don't worry. You know what? Focus on your driving. Make sure you get there safe, and we'll see you for the second one there. But don't worry. Lots and lots of time every Thursday. We are going to be doing this for our games just to test it out. And you know, if it goes good this split, then maybe we ramp it up a little bit for next split. So this is just supposed to be for some fun, guys. Hope it goes well. But what we need to focus on is this game here. Both teams 2 and 3 looking to put themselves, really, whatever one gets ahead of the other is going to have that little edge up going into these final weeks of the LRS Premade League. It's it always just gets so spicy around playoff times. I love it. I freaking love it.
Teams know what to put on the line. But I mean, this matchup, these teams have the exact same record. So this is a tiebreaker between these two teams right now.
Damn right it is, and we see a nice little 5% defense that was started off. A little bit of an aggressive ward coming out from Psychonautic here. But the early sweeper from I want to say Dusty. I am so sorry for mispronouncing your name. Try my Dasui is what I want to say. But we're into this one now, Overcomer. So what are we gonna be seeing? A lot of big games to be watching out for. There is an Infernal up on this map first, and it is 999 that opted to take red this first game. So maybe that might be the plan.
Yep. I mean, when it comes to mid prio, Swain will lose early, just because that Oriana ball can kind of just be danced around as much as needed. But it'll be interesting to see what these teams do once they hit those level 6 power spikes, as that's when we will see the real action come out.
Damage coming down on the K-God K, but luckily Davis is going to have a little bit of sustain with that center. Just there, but the Zenith Blade actually coming in, and Leona's going to have to out to get away from Tangerine. But here comes Davis locking down this Morgana, but Tangerine just sitting back and harassing the crap out of this Forsenna. Really good start there for 999 bot lane.
Yeah, definitely. Morgana landing those bindings, definitely showing her dedication to the champion, to say the least. But
look at this trade going up in the top lane. Nah, that's Maxwell actually doing a good chunking down to this Shannon. Seems the two buns to this this Summoner's Rift sandwich right now for 999 is going very, very well, both top and bot lane. Just harassing the crap out of PVE.
I mean, you have to assert your dominance, right? That's the only way to play League.
Honestly, that is a fantastic way of looking at it.
So I want to. Whatever team can set the tempo first, I feel sits in a more comfortable spot, assuming they can execute what they drafted their team around. Is the common mistake we see a lot of teams, but they'll draft a team comp such as a team fight comp, and then they won't do team fights.
Look at this though, K-God actually going in, the Black Shield will be coming down, so nice to stay away from that CC, but another beautiful binding, and everyone's looking low except for FS Grape in this bot lane, so a lot of action already, and we're not even 5 minutes into this game, but no kills quite yet. We are going to see an Infernal in less than a minute. The Lunar Effect is roaming around looking for something like that. Trying for will give him away.
Yeah, definitely kind of almost like a stalemate at this point. Lucian and Morgana obviously showing how much damage the two put out as an oppressive lane. But when you have something like Leona Senna, you're very defensive. You have the healing from the Senna, and you also have the high CC from Leona. So if they overstep under tower, you get insta-CC'd into damage, and you can't do anything about it. Morgana Black Shield can only block one person, and the Leona can just turn her CC onto the other. So definitely a safe matchup for them, as long as they choose not to be overly aggressive in this early stage of the game.
And it really comes down to who's willing to pop the CC first, because really it can come down to a matter of milliseconds on whether or not you're getting Zenith Blade first and then the Black Shield comes down. But like you said, if it's the Black Shield that's popped first and waiting for that Zenith Blade or waiting for the Soul Flare once K-God hits 6, that gives K-God a little bit more option on which of these two bot laners he wants to go on.
Yeah, I mean, Black Shield has a fairly high cooldown, even in the later stages. So if Morgana's not careful, you know, it's like, yes, you can use it to save your ADC from important CC, but now it's down for like 20 seconds, maybe a bit more than that, if I remember correctly.
7 level 1.
Yeah, so when it's down for almost 25 seconds, level 1, you can't really use it freely, even if you're blocking from high CC.
good little trade going back and forth with top lane. Both top laners have better quarter health, and it will be a fat wave pushing in for Maxwell up there. And looks like the caster predictions are actually coming through, and it's going to be 999 starting up that first drag of the game. Looking to get that extra 4% of damage here in the early game. It's a little bug. It's not a kick in the pants.
A little. I mean, it's interesting dragon to prioritize with these teams. Both benefit highly from it, but
oh, here comes Lunar Effect though, and that's gonna be the dragon actually going over to 999, and Lunar Effect trying to get out of there. That's gonna be the Stand United coming down. Quanster is gonna be popping out, lasting on out, and Lunar Effect just with the sliver of health, but the Zenith Blade comes in, and First Blood does end up going on over to 999, just barely able to pick off Lunar Effect, but here's the Ignite down onto FS Straight. There's 4 members of PVE chasing down this Morgana, so I think she is just dead AF. Yeah.
I would not want to be the Morgana in that situation. It's just like, oh, and okay, I looks like I'm fighting members on all sides of me. Well, that's gonna be fun. That's not gonna be a fun time for her.
I mean, it was surprising Lunar survived as long as he did. Eventually going out, which is fine. Getting in trade with the mid lane, but unfortunately that FS Straight gets caught on the back side of that one. In a little bit of an unfortunate spot behind that dragon, but I don't know about this. That's the Hecarim multi coming down, and it looks like K-God has just been sectioned off from his team, but this Hecarim's getting pretty low, and it looks like Vapus is able to save his support. Who's support down here? I got a question about that, because everyone's helping each other out. It's lovely to see, but oh, check this out. TP coming in the backside here, and Lunar Effect is actually here to help out his team as well, too. An early Black Shield might be a little bit trouble. FS Tangerine caught up by the Senna W. Well played by PVE, and they find their 3rd kill of the game.
Yeah, and that kind of goes along exactly what we were talking about before, where if you Black Shield too early, you're pretty much counted as dead, because without that Black Shield with such a high cooldown, even if you stay on top of that ADC, you still die.
Speaking of top, right now, Fiora just dealing so much. Oh my god! Oh my god! Hitting the vital. Maxwell is gonna find that solo kill up in top lane. Out. That's all right.
Yeah, definitely don't want to allow her to proc those vitals on you that easily.
Oh, you guys are absolutely right. Is there a reason why the graphics are swapped? Because my PC went down and everything reverted. So my apologies, guys. Now we are correctly up there. Thank you, Zero, for letting me know. 100% my bad. But that's going to be Psychonaut actually pulled in. A lot of damage coming out from Quanser here. Oh my god, this Swain is...
he almost...
yet.
He's close. He's close. He has, he has the Catalyst. He has the Blasting Wand. So... he's definitely going to be getting that Rod of Ages in the very near future, and at that point, his scaling begins in a way that Orianna is going to have a much harder time being a champion.
It's just continual chunking down on this Orianna, and I mean, he's got his ult in, so if that happens one more time, he could look to just take out this Orianna in the middle.
I mean, I don't think Orianna's in a lot of trouble, just because even with the Swain damage, you have that Orianna shield, you have the speed buff. So unless Orianna oversteps past River, she's pretty safe. Just being able to use that speed boost back to her tower, and then if Swain tries to chase under, you have that Orianna ult to kind of keep her there.
Excited to see that benefit coming through. We do have ulti, and K-God is trying to fish, but no bites quite yet. We are going to see something from the spot lane. There's something everywhere because everyone's going in for everything. K-God trying to go in this back line. That's the Soul Killer coming down onto the FS Straight, but the Stand United comes from top lane as well too. Here's C9 World Champ going in onto FS Tangerine, but in the meantime, that's Vapus going for Grape. Tangerine will fall, but here come the rest of 999. K-God is in some big trouble as he goes down. The Grand Challenge will be popped in. Maxwell popping off, looking to grab that one last vital, but it's actually the double kill going on over to Quanser. 999 with some spicy plays, but this one is not even close to done. Here comes Psychonautic in on the Oriana, looking for this one. Has the shockwave available, so waiting for the numbers to collect. But Quanser will be going down. Lunar Effect picks that one up, and next it's just Maxwell left down here to deal with these 3 members, so he backs them off. What a spicy fight we got, Overcomer.
Yeah. We wanted action and talked about having a slow start, and they gave us action.
Hell yeah, we're not done, because Maxwell coming back in. That's going to be like, pop, and the shockwave, beautiful riposte. Oh my lord, but this one ain't done. Not even close, as here comes the Hecarim back once more time, getting some payback onto Vapus there. And 999 still might be in a little bit of trouble. The Zenith Blade coming in from K-God. That will be the stun. And another flash actually being blown here. So a lot of summoners being up there. Maxwell's is gone. FS Grapes is gone. And CPU comes out on top, but we're never ever done. Ever done. Just look at the
nope.
Yeah. Look around Dragon, we're still going. Psychonaut taking the big jump there. And now the Solar Flare coming on down. The Black Shield to help the Hacker, but it only can help with one little piece of CC as K-God is still looking for it. But this might have been a little bit more than he could do off here. Never mind, because Lunar Effect's coming through. Looking for one, looking for a 2, but he will drop the slow 2. Now it's more flashes being burned here as Oriana is going to be able to get away from this Swain. Vapus now collectively pincering off this Swain. Gonna have to play this one a little close. Oh no! He gets taken down. Quanser finds the trade, but Vapus cleans up the Swain. We now have 17 kills in 13 minutes, and all of those basically happen in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. I mean, how do you break that down? You know, it started by one gank, which led to another gank, which led to a roam, which led to a TP, which led to the Shenol, and then another shit. Like, they just didn't
your
stop.
Life becomes hard as the color caster, because really that was just one big continuous fight. It started off with the bot laners going at it, and then we had a TP, and then we had TPs
the Shenol,
TPs from the other, and yeah, Shenol was thrown in there too. What a bloody mess! Oh my god.
Oh no. I mean, if that kind of just goes to show you, you know, these teams are willing to put everything on the line to get ahead of the other team. Just because, you know, they do have that tie, so whoever wins this series tonight will end up higher on the leaderboard. So,
not only that, all our chatters who put down those predictions are gonna have some big Legends tokens on the line for tonight, but we'll have to see what happens at the end of this one, because right now, Lunar Effect, holy crap, he does a lot of damage. A nice little alley-oop there from K-God to find out FS Grape. And they destroy that poor Madonna. That's good support, man.
yeah. I mean, I don't understand how Shen is at such a disadvantage right now. He's only sitting at about 40 CS down.
14 minutes in this game. That's pretty massive, but Dragon picked up here for it.
I mean, same with ADC too. Vapus is sitting about 30 CS down from his lane opponent, which also is a little bit questionable. It is partially, as a Senna, you will have a lower ADC count, but it's a little rough there if you in a league this competitive. If you fall behind on CS, it can cost you a game just from your CS numbers.
Oh, absolutely. Look at Maxwell going on to this Zen once more. Playing this Fiora is so aggressive, and that's what I love to see. Already at 128 farm, like, this Fiora might potentially get just disgustingly big this game, and I don't know about this TP, because that's a Hecarim waiting right in the back. That's the all coming through, and Psychonautics, you're better than this. You know better than to do that, but we kind of have to flame you a little bit, even though you are a fellow caster of us. Buddy, come on!
That's the whole point of flaming, right?
Oh,
you flame your friends to make them improve.
Yeah, but right now in the bot lane, that will be the calling coming through from Tangerine. K-God still looking to come down, but actually going to be flashing away from the Soul Flame. Doesn't matter. K-God follows in with the flash Zenith Blade, and now FS Grape caught out. That will be Vapus getting quite low. Going to have to get out of that pool, and another kill going on over to PVE now 12-9 at 16 minutes.
That's yeah. I mean, what better way to sum up? Like, this isn't even playoffs yet. Just think of, imagine this was playoffs and these two teams. How much more intense this game would be at the moment.
Yeah, this feels like a playoff game because these guys are just going ham at every opportunity, and I absolutely love seeing it because, you know, pushing it to the limit. And you know what? I might take it back. It doesn't quite feel like a playoff game, but it's got the energy of one because, you know, in a playoff game, you might see players be a little bit more reserved because there is a ton on the line, but there still is a lot on the line for this team. Like you said, it's a tiebreaker. That's who decides who's ahead of each other in the standings. So we might see a little bit less of reservation and just saying, again, here to prove yourself, to what is it? Dominate this game, if you will. But really showing who's the strongest. And that will be the Lunar effect that's getting caught out by Binding. And whoa, big hack rib coming through, but immediately standing ready coming down from our shed. And now we have a little bit of a dance coming through.
Definitely, the one thing I think about both these team comps is that they're both set up for fighting. So with these teams, it's you either fight, and then when there's no fight happening, it becomes a stalemate.
For it everywhere, because that will be necessarily avoiding. But it looks like he wants to actually turn this one back around onto 999. We're going to see K-God coming in. The Zenith Blade will be a little bit short, but I think they're going to have to just... This is one of those moments where they do decide to play safe, not go completely ham. A lot of summoners are down, but actually, K-God possibly caught by the bind. Did have some time to get out. Now it's Maxwell being jumped on immediately. Zenith Blade coming out in the flashing force, but Lunar Effect is there to jump on the Fiora. That's one scary bug. He's now 5-2-1. Goodness me.
It's not something you want to happen when you're going, you know, you might be a fed Hecarim, but when you're fighting a fed Kha'Zix, you don't really have any advantages.
I don't know. They're still looking to go right now as K-God jumps on in the back line as Harold is going down. That will be touching out a couple of people too, but Monster popping out. Vegas will be getting one. The Shockwave will not be finding any members, and it's actually PVE going down. 3 members dropped, and all of them for Quanser. Triple kill for the Swain, and a free Herald to boot. That's pretty nice. Uh-oh, bot lane. Vapus run. The Grand Challenge is down, and the pain is coming through as well too, hitting all those vitals, getting the heal underneath the tower. Will he be able to find it? Vapus, come on, one more step, but he goes down, and Maxwell is going to be going down too. It's just a bloodbath of a game. Oh my God.
I mean, I think that's still, that trade in the ball lane is a little more worth over to 999, being that the Fiora did get a shutdown on Vapus as well. So for an even 1-for-1 trade, there's actually more gold going over towards 999 there. And they are holding, you know, a 2.4k gold lead at this as we approach 20 minutes. So if they play it well, they can look to push those advantages. You know, you have an 8-3 Swain, so
yeah, you do, and we can clearly see the 8-3 Swain, what that does to the poor Oriana. It's just destroying that health bar. But yeah, look at it. That's the
bug.
Lunar, he's just leaving his evidence all over the lane. Clean up after yourself, Lunar Effect. Come on. But I was gonna say we're now at 31 kills at 20 and a half. That's absolutely insane. This third break of the game will be started up by PVE. I don't think that he wants to let this one go through, but it's fine. The Herald's pushing right now. They're gonna get that mid turret, open up the map for 999. So I think that's a fair trade in terms of things. You're not going to soul point. You're open up the base to get the turret. So all in all, I would say okay, let's do it. But they actually end up getting 2 turrets. So really,
I mean, it depends on, I think, matter of how these teams plan to focus this game. You know, Mountain Soul is very effective for both these teams. You know,
Holding it
you
back.
have the assassin.
Looking for it again. That will be Morgana going golden. The shockwave, the ball delivers. Comes through Lunar Effect. Finds kill on FS Great. Then all through the shield. Everybody up. And now FS Tangerine caught out, forcing a flash, but that's not going to save him. But here's the big Quadra coming through. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and make it 4. The Quadra kill for Triple Nine's mid laner. Quadra is an absolute beast right now.
Yeah, it's
Uh-oh.
hmm.
Uh-oh, we're gonna do this. We're doing this old dance again. Vapus and Maxwell duking it out in the spot lane. I don't know about you, but as the ADC, I don't think you win that one. That will be the Triple Nine at 22 minutes, and they're just shoving the crap out of these turrets.
I mean, you know, when you have all your gold set on one champion, you you can have a harder time or an easier time, depending on how you play your game. But Triple Nine is definitely kind of playing around that Swain. You know, he has the damage, so they kind of wait for PVE to group, and then Swain just kind of jumps in to say his hello and pick up a couple kills here and there. So
yeah,
I feel they're performing exceptionally well for when it comes to the actual fighting. PVE definitely, I feel, is making that mistake. You know, they're getting grouped up. Example, that last fight, they grouped up in that little pathway leading towards the tower, and all 4 of them standing on top of each other. What Swain, fed or not, would not ult there, because that's just free damage and free health from those members, and they have nowhere to move. So
where were you gonna go in that situation? That's just, you see that as a Swain. It's like, yeah, R button for sure. Absolutely.
pretty much, like PVE, I think although they seem to be losing a lot more of these trades, you know, kills are dead even at the moment in the game, and they can easily still push to win this game. But if they keep making that mistake of kind of grouping up in choke points like that, or not playing around the fact that, you know, you have a fed Swain who can one-shot half your team, then you will just find yourself on the losing end of those trades every single time, because they put out the damage, and by the time you react, you're dead.
I do want to point out though, it's 19 to 19 kills. The only reason that gold right now is powers and a little bit of extra. Not a little bit. There's been quite a bit of better farming going on the side. Oh no! Oh no! Did I curse it myself? But yeah, no. Let's talk about the CS for a bit while we're waiting for this pause to finish on out. You can see the farm there, especially in the bot lane.
50 CS difference.
Yes, but you look at the lines going on. 0-6, a combined 0-12 right now for Triple Nine's bot lane.
But then you have 12-3 Swain.
But you have the 12-3 swing. But PvE also has a 9-4 Kha'Zix, so it's a spicy situation all around. You have 2 mega fed players on each team right now, so I'd say it's probably a little easier to take care of Effect, considering he is squishier. But this Swain is also just as scary and has the extra tankiness when it comes to these big fights. Plus that healing that he's going to be getting as well too. I don't know. Both of these players are insanely scary. It's just who wins these in the head-to-head?
I mean, if Kha'Zix gets his isolation damage, you know, if he can manage to get the pick on the Swain and kind of hit him before he has a chance to react, then I feel like the Kha'Zix could actually win that fight, assuming he doesn't get rooted. You know, a lot of the Swain damage comes out of being able to root them and then get to pull that soul fragment out of them. But outside of that, you know, both these teams can kind of... They can't group up because both teams group up.
Right now in the jungle as soul fragment down the back. Hey God. Trying to get his touch in his ADC, they call him, will be coming through the campaign, but Will Camp going back behind the lodge. Remember triple nine, good stuff for that. Will be Quanter popping the ult right now in the top lane, though. Lunar Effect going to be finding Maxwell, and it will be, no, not Quanter. It will be Campaign finding the kill onto Oriana. So, 1-for-1 trade. Nope. 2-for-2 trade.
2-for-2.
If you're
Close,
if you're
close.
working with fractions and reduced them, technically 1-on-1. But yeah, 2-for-2 trade overall. And Triple Nine just playing this power game is fantastic.
Definitely pushing those objectives, because what are kills if you don't get objectives, right?
I think it was a while ago when I finally made the decision to get myself out of server. I'm like, listen, that's it. We're done. We're moving up. So while I was watching, it was like, listen, you gotta prioritize. Like it seems silly, but you really do. And I have to remind not only my buddies, but like when I played Esports, guys, get the towers, dragons, and then get the kills. Yeah, kills are fun. They look cool on the stage, but you want those objectives, and that's what Triple Nine says. Is they pick themselves up a mountain drake. Now we're at two drakes apiece, 120 kills apiece, but the gold still in favor of Triple Nine. Those extra towers that we got.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit interesting moving forward, but I just do want to make a little note here. 42 kills at approaching 27 minutes.
Yeah, that's a bloodbath. This game is an absolute... But and it's only game one. It's only
it's only game one, and they're already sitting, getting almost 2 kills per minute. Like,
absolutely love
oh
it.
no,
We got to tally it. Chat, let's remember together how many kills total at the end of this game. We'll count them all up again. I'm curious to see how many lives are lost tonight in tonight's battle on the here tonight. It's gonna be a bloody
on the the battlefield of the Rift.
Yep.
No, honestly, I don't know. I don't think K-God should have fished for that. If she did, if I don't know. Playing Leona myself, sometimes there's the ones you take and there's the ones you don't.
And that's
even if you know they're by yourself, there's no chance you get out of that alive.
We'll be able to get attention for Baron Vision around here, but yeah, no, you're definitely right. There are some that you want to take, some that you don't want to take. That's why we should the first stand away from the K-God, because like you just get the advantage when you land with you have the option of saying, alright, we're taking this winner. No. We're not taking this. With Leona, you don't really have that option, so you need to know before you going in, and I think you're right. If you caught that one, the rest of Triple Nine was just waiting in the game for him.
Yeah, you had the Lucian floating behind, you had the rest of the team kind of sitting mid lane, so it's like you take it and then you try to walk out just to be binded into getting pulled by the Swain, and like very not. I think as the Leona this game, you can't be standing by yourself like that, and if you are by yourself, if you're going for vision or whatever else that you're doing, you can't look to take those trades. You're not like a support that can take kills. If you're playing Pyke, you can go for those hooks, you can look for those picks, but like Leona is a tank CC bot when you break her down.
I think Vapus, yeah, he did. Vapus just used his ult just in case. Yeah, I think they were afraid that Baron was starting to touch 9, but you get that blue ward on him, just double check that. Not quite yet. Baron's actually going to be aggro. K-God gets so lucky. He didn't see that binding coming. I didn't see that binding coming. And suddenly, Morgana Q just right beside him in his face. So K-God is maybe pushing his luck a little bit this game and could potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he might have a lucky charm on tonight, so there could be that. Just the K-God buff.
I mean, I don't know. Just like in essence, though, when you play a champion that is designed for CC and team fighting, you can't look to always be going in all the time, whether you're by yourself or with your teammates, just because you're going to miss out on XP because you're not going to be there for when your teammates are killing those minions. But also, if you take one bad route, as we even saw early in this game, you go for the root for one person, but if you hit another person behind them, you get pulled even farther because you go to the person you hit last, not just whoever you want it. So if you hit a second or third person, you're now pulling yourself to their backline, and they'll just 5v1 you before you have a chance to get out, even if you flash.
I think Graham brings up a good point there. The fact that we had such a crazy game in the early part, but now it's kind of slowing down a little bit. Kind of, as you do that stuff. But
Oh yeah,
you're right. We were going. Both teams were going head to head like crazy. And we might still be in the bot lane. Maxwell looking to go onto the Trin, but he's tanky and he doesn't quite have the damage yet. So both teams just playing this really, really deserved so far. I think being effective might be trouble. The Chilling Smite actually coming down to get rid of that shield there, but okay. That's a flash. That'll do it. That will do it.
I mean, whatever is effective for you, right?
Yeah. Well.
Looks like they're just giving up Dragon and going Baron.
Yeah. Sure. I'll give skill points for Baron. I don't know though, because now the pieces are coming through, and then we'll not be able to stop this one. Baron's down to half health, and now it's gonna reset. So 999 will pick up the Drake, pick up the goal, and prevent PVE from even getting this Baron past half. So a little bit of an unfortunate situation. You might need a few more levels before you can start Baron in that amount of time. So
Yeah, it's I mean, supports always have less XP than the rest of their team, but when you're sitting, level 11, when your team's hitting level 15, level 16, you know that you're kind of just a little behind. Morgana in Morgana case, dying 6 times, and then being the fact that you lose your XP as a support, it kind of is understandable to be 3-4 levels behind. But when you have a pretty good KDA, you've been there with your team the whole time, and you're still that far behind, it almost brings up the question of where have you been positioned almost, because even if you think you're with your team and your team's right there, if you're out of XP range, you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage, which I feel in this case is almost hindering PvE at this point because you have so little.
On to Tangerine, and here comes K-God. Will not find the center play, but the Q comes down. Lunar Effect going in as well too. 2 picked up for PvE. Just little PvE ramps it right back up again, and gonna be trying for this Baron in the last one. As we start this up, Maxwell is pushing on the top lane, but I don't know, we're gonna have to see what happens. He actually coming through from sponsors. Comes to base, but immediately jumping onto him, and all of PvE knows what's good as Wayne going golden. We might see the ulti pop, the flash up into the wall. Look at the damage coming down onto him, and the shutdown going on over to C9 God. But take a look at PvE's base right now. Fiora able to find inhibitor during that time, and the redemption is actually being dropped to prevent these backs. That's actually that's actually so BM. I love it, Grape. That is fantastic. That is something I have done and would do again. But the Baron starting back up, and I'm not too sure about this one. They don't have to want to come through. Will actually put them a little bit like a push, but this Hector's waiting over the wall. That Baron's getting low. We might have to break out right now. As soon as King stopping that floor from getting in here, the Baron is secured by PvE. We're gonna see that up there for you. Lunar Effect picking off the jungler, picking off the Fiora. Oh my goodness, PvE, let's go. That's going to be Vapus looking for some stuns there. And it's FS Grape and Tangerine trying to make it out. You got to put those titles just to mess me up a little bit. But Fruit Salad, yum yum, trying to get out of that one. Unfortunately, not able to get that Baron away, but definitely happy about that one.
Definitely. They knew what they needed. They committed to Baron, and then the moment they had it, you turn, you jump right on the Hecarim who's sitting by himself, and get those picks off one by one. You have an assassin, and you have high CC. So Orianna kind of lost her life for that trade, but in the process, she kept the rest of 999 at bay, which allowed her team to kind of turn and pick off the Hecarim early. and then the Fiora end up getting caught out because she was so separated from the team as well.
I really just like the fact that all the PVE I mean, it's not that too hard to recognize. You look and see someone with double-digit kills on the other team. They're like, okay, maybe we should focus them. But they do. Everybody hops on the Quantum and takes him out before he can do anything in that fight. He loses the flash, he loses the ult. So that was really nice coordination by PvZ. We are going to see Dragon up in 2 seconds. Triple 9. He's looking hungry to get that soul point overcomer.
I mean, you know, with their team, if you add a Mountain Soul onto the team that they've drafted, you know, Lunar Effect might be fed on that Kha'Zix, but an Assassin has way less effectiveness when he's going into a Mountain Soul. Not only do they have a triple Mountain inside that soul, but they get a bonus shield as well. So it makes it a lot harder because you now have to put out that much more damage in order to kill them. And that can be the difference between getting the kill before dying or just straight up losing your life without getting that kill in return.
True. Possibly something here. Soulflare actually coming down onto the Hector. And he's going to be going down. Going golden is K-God as the damage dropping from the heavens. And Wanter also going golden as well too. Popping that ultimate. See some possible big damage coming through. Gets then played on to Wanter. And K-God is trying to make it out alive. And Lunar Effect finds himself another kill. Looking to go on Tangerine. He's done from Davis will up there, but he will get the kill. Maxwell now on the back line. The Grand Telescope. And Maxwell making it out alive. Only member of 999 to make it out of this one. The back's going to have to come through from PVE, though, because their base is getting hammered by the super minions. And the rest of them are going to go ahead and continue to push down mid with the last little bit up there. Baron up here. Picking up that mid inhib turret. So looking good for them, and I think probably the turn onto the Dragon after this. I think the ideal call here is or they just try to end because the death time is just 15 seconds, but I think the safest call is probably back it up.
No, you know, when Hecarim's spawning and then you have the Swain coming up as well in about 10 seconds, you know, like you can fight if you want, but you will lose your life for it. So.
Hecarim maybe going in a little bit too deep. A massive shockwave there from Psychonautic as he's going to find himself a kill there. The base still might be a little bit risky. With the Quantum on the back line, pumping out that damage. That's one with his ult. And now Psychonautic is forced to run away. That's a flash coming up from Shen. And wants it just an absolute beast. 999 looking to get this down. This could be the game if they're able to pick this up. Oh my god, it's gone. It's gone. Finish somebody! Jesus! Finish the dead dragon!
Just imagine the Kha'Zix just stood there and just happened to steal it.
And someone, I mean, like, Lunar Effect backs off rightfully so. That Swain is just absolutely disgusting. Do they see each other? Nope. Nope, they don't see each other.
Unlucky.
They do not see each other. Yeah, I just got the last little bit of, I got the fog of word there for you guys.
Oh my. I just you know, it's a 40-minute game, but both supports having a vision score of 100. You know you're doing your job when.
I get a feels good man in chat for our support, keeping up those vision games. I like that's, you know what, respect, big respect there. You gotta have this word save lives. You know what, I got the bracelet here. I'm gonna show it when we're on this test after. I swear to God, I've got it here. But they really do save lives. And you know, this is what we see in a lot of higher elos is the contention for vision. It does make me a little upset that I don't see it in my game, but that's because I'm not ranked high enough. And we will have another pause as I slowly just breeze by my rank. But thank you guys for joining. For those of you who are in the prediction pool right now, don't you worry. All your points were saved. Everything is saved. And if ever there is something that goes wrong with it, everyone, you'll just get your points refunded. So if anything goes wrong with that. But welcome one and all. Hope everyone's having a fantastic night. Hell of a bloody game here in our first game of the night.
2 more of these games. That's gonna be
I want to see 3 between these guys. This is so hype.
Oh yeah.
This
Oh
is so
yeah.
much fun. Yeah. Oh my god. And yep. So if you're tuning in now, if you're chatting there in chat and hanging out, well, that's how you get those points. You can check your tokens by popping the command tokens, and that will actually let you see how many you've got so far. So apparently the channel's racking them up at this point. So is our boy over. And let's see. I want to check who's leading right now. But well, we'll see. Oh, okay, guys.
Okay.
But
Okay. Looks like game's about to start though.
yeah, we're back in. Let's shift our focus back on the Lunar Effect. Back by himself, not a solo player. No, he's not by himself because K-God's over on the inside along with Vapus. Now we're gonna have a big fight. Hecker Multi is coming up the shockwave. Not gonna find purchase on anybody. Pulling comes through some tangerines. Now K-God taking the Zenith Blade on over. The penalty coming out will not be able to save his support. And now PVE is on the run. Taking a look down at bot lane though. Maxwell still on this split push. Doing a really great job so far. And the focus is towers, but might take aggro from the Ravenous Hydra there. However, Lunar Effect, you might be in trouble, getting pulled back. Monsters going over, Lunar Effect trying to jump on out, and that is the ball to try and protect him. And Monsters ulti actually has some pop, taking this to bot. Shen still holding off Secure the best he can. This inhibitor tower is going to be going down, and nothing that the Shen can do about it. As World Champ going to get the Grand Challenge pops on him, and one more auto will do it. Maxwell just soloing this Shen, and another inhibitor. Good.
I'm not too sure why, the Shen waited that long to taunt. He kind of sat there the entire time. Yes, he was getting the wave clear off, but you could have taunted that Fiora at any time, which would have procced more tower aggro and forced her to disengage, and your tower probably would still be alive. Might still have fallen, but I don't think she would have had the time to get inhibitor as well if you had taunted her earlier. So.
But right now it is the Baron getting up by Premade. If he can do anything about this one, they're trying to go in. That's Luna in, but oh my God! Lunar Effect steals the Baron. PVE finds it, but he will go down. The Shockwave trying to get K-God out of this one, but take a look at Datsui.
Oh
Datsui,
no!
not Datsui. Yo, someone clip that. Bring it back because I want to see that in slow motion. Where the hell did Lunar Effect come from?
After 3 failed dragon steals, he steals Baron. He had to make up for it.
that is literally saves PVE at this point. Because with the Baron, Triple Line could have just ended right now. So we still get more of this game.
This is a 42-minute game.
I know!
And there's still a possible 2 more games to come.
No, I'm so excited. This is so much fun. But right now, it's Triple Nine trying to push in on the base. That Baron buff, though, for PvE is going to be helping quite a bit. Those buffs up, minions pushing out, but Maxwell again looking to go in on that split push. The rest of Triple Nine looking to siege in on this mid inhibitor. As Maxwell is going to back off for now, but don't give him too long. He will be back on his split push game in a few seconds. He's just hanging out now, taking out.
I mean, Fiora isn't much of a team fight champion. Her grand challenge only being able to proc on one person, and if you're trying to grand challenge someone in the middle of 5 people, you can't guarantee proc all those vitals efficiently enough. But it's a kind of a disadvantage for Shen because Shen. The Stand United is a team fight oriented ability, and then the rest of his abilities and his kit kind of sit around him, essentially tanking up the whole team's focus while his team can do the work. So when you have a split pushing top lane versus a team fight top lane, you put yourself at that disadvantage because you can't really send anyone to deal with that top laner. But at the same time, you can't go yourself because you end up having to either abandon it or you end up getting yourself killed, as we saw earlier.
But, I mean, it's going to come down to this. The Elder's up in 30 seconds now. This one might be the final nail in the coffin. Both teams have exposed bases to exposed inhibitors. And oh no, K-God, don't check the push. He's getting low. The big solar flare actually coming out. The black shield will stop Kendrick. He's getting caught out. And Lunar Effect is in some huge trouble. The Standing United coming down from World Champ, but it will be the Kha'Zix getting picked off. But now the rest of PV9 are here. Take a look at this though. They might be fighting around the dragon, but in their base, Maxwell looking for his opportunity. Vape's getting a kill. The backs are being stopped. They're not letting PVE get back. Maxwell looking to finish this one off. He's pushing on the base. PVE can't get back. Oh my god, that's the win. And Maxwell gets it. The split push game is too strong.
I mean, I understand from PVE's point of view. You know, you want to get that Elder Dragon. It is what it is, right? But you can't look at this team knowing Fiora's been split pushing all game and not question where is the Fiora in this fight. You know, when you had K-God blind face check, she saw 4 members, but where is that 5th member? But I don't think any of them realized, like, oh, there's only 4 of them. We get the advantage, and they went straight into a fight, and then realized that the Fiora was actually waiting for that to happen so that she could get that split push off, as she had been doing for probably the last about 10 minutes of the game there.
What an insane game, though. And we saw, first it started off with as a bloodbath. Then we got into the fact where PVE was losing the turret game, the objective game, to 999. They were getting the dragons. They were getting those early towers really fast. So 999 was playing this this early mid game fantastic when it comes to objectives. But oh my god, the split push game coming from Maxwell was just incredible. And I don't even need to get into what Quanser became in that game. He was just a menace on that Swain. So really well done by 999.
Definitely gonna essentially turn some heads for PvE, and it's gonna be some talks between them, I think, for them to decide who should be their ban focus next game. As their bans obviously were well thought out, but in the end, there's still a few more champions that make it through that can still impact the game heavily. So,
yep. In the end, it doesn't even matter. But we are gonna flip on. I know I'm awful. I'm back to the analyst desk, guys. So it is gonna be PVE picking up. No, sorry, my bad. Apology. PVE taking the loss in game number 1. 999 coming through with that 44.5-minute win. Hell of a game number 1. Absolute bloodbath. Super fun to watch. But before we go to break, we need to announce need to award our players. Only 30% of the votes were for 999. So whoever put their tokens on 999, guess what? It's a big payday for you guys, as you are getting those tokens and a chunk of the pool as well too. So congratulations, guys. That should be going through you. Remember, you can check your points with tokens. If it's not updated, let us know, but you should be able to check it out, and you might have a few more in your pocket if you're one of those 3 members that voted for 999. So congratulations, 999, and we are going to head to the break. But as we are doing that, make sure to get those votes in for who you believe deserves player of the game. A lot of good options here. Yeah, just great stuff by 999 Overcomer. It just mind blowing. That was awesome.
Great game.
All right, guys. Well, we will be back in a hot second. Well, 5 minutes actually, in fact, while we get set up for game number 2. So don't go anywhere. Make sure to get those votes in for player of the game, and we will see you in a quick 5 minutes.
Take me. Take me. Take take me.
Memories die out too hard. That we were drowned in mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we couldn't higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my fatherland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
All right, hello, friends, and welcome back to the stream. We are just, well, not just about. We're giving players a little bit of a break because that was a hell of a game. Number one went 44.5 minutes, so some crazy stuff we got to see from Triple Nine playing this first game, just incredibly well in terms of the objective. But really, either team were just looking. They were looking so good this game. Like, they just fought, but in the end, it's Triple Nine who picked up the Mountain Soul, and they picked up, I believe, Infernal, and that was really the show after that. So, long ass game, and it ends up being Triple Nine that comes out on top. But you guys voted for Player of the Game, and I think this one is rightfully deserved because the way this game ended was due to the fat split push going on the other side of the map, and I will have that up for you guys in a second, right as I get the right picture actually up there. So I'm gonna tease it a little bit. Overcomer, this top lane split push was fantastic to see going on.
Definitely, it was definitely kind of not setting the bar high, but definitely showed how to pull off an effective split push. You know, ever present where your team needed you, but also kind of just essentially AFK on that top tower, and then rotated to that bot tower and moved back to that top side again when the inhibitor was up. So
Yeah, well, our player of the game is none other than Maxwell, 999 Maxwell, 999 Maxwell, going 5-4-3 on that Fiora, and it might not be the biggest line we've seen in player of the games, but it's the split push. The towers were just dropping at the sight of Maxwell, just destroying them left and right. It was really a spectacle to watch, and able to sneak into the base to finish it off, gets the back door off. It was just really well done by Maxwell, and really well done by Triple Nine to make sure that PVE, they weren't getting back to the base. They made sure nobody was going back to stop Maxwell's push, and did that rightfully so.
yeah, I mean, I know I kind of mentioned it, but you know, you can't take fights without knowing where those members are. You know, when your opponents draft a team comp with split pusher, you have to keep track of where that split pusher is. You know, so if you start a fight and think they're not here, you have to be looking at your map. You know, you have to get those wards out because I mean, wards save lives, but wards mean nothing if you don't interpret the information they provide you. So
But my bracelet says word save lives, so like doesn't say anything about interpretation. But yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It's the vision game becomes something much different and much more highly prioritized when when you get into these higher elos. It's camera. Work with me here. There we go. Excellent. It does become a massive fight here, and that's why we see supports with 100 vision score at 35 minutes with these teams constantly knocking heads over where these boards are, because when it comes down to it, vision means objective control, and objectives means a win, and that's the game that Triple Nine played here. And that's why they're currently up a game over PVE at this point. But I think we're ready for another spicy one. I'm ready for this. I'm just gonna give a quick reminder to our viewers here about our system that we got going on tonight. It's a bit of a spicy one, but I hope you guys are having fun with it. It's our token system. So if you want to find out any more about our tokens, type in command legends tokens to find out more, or type in how to play. So those of you who were here for game one and a part of that, you can make sure to check your tokens. The players who put down their predictions on to 999, definitely a little bit of fatter pockets here. Let's go. Thank you, camera. But we will have that ready to go for you guys as soon as the PentaQ draft is done. And then break is going on. My camera is inting me tonight, straight up. But I will be closing the entries once we get onto Summoner's Rift, and then all the points will divvy out once the game is ended. So it'll be all good to go. I'm gonna make sure captains have the PentaQ links there, send that all to the Overcomer. I think we're ready. I think I've made all my announcements now.
I think so.
I think so. So let's not make the people wait anymore. Let's just get into
No more holding back.
No more holding back. Let's get this one going. We'll flip on over to picking down. Let's see if I got the overlays all right. Yes, we'll be 999 over on the blue side this game. Switching on over and PVE over on the red. So we'll see what kind of difference that makes when it comes to these dragons, because I know that's where 999 was putting a lot of their attention.
Yep. I mean, when you're red side, you have that dragon advantage. So, especially in a high intense level of gameplay as this, you definitely don't want to just give up objectives freely, such as something like a dragon.
No. And again, we're going to see some repeat bans coming out. A new one from PVE, and rightfully so, Maxwell's Fiora. Going to be sitting on the bench this game, and yeah, he was just a monster on that split push. But there are other split push champions we could potentially see Maxwell pick up. But it will be K-God's Thresh that goes away, and the casting from Psychonautic that will also be sitting on the bench this game. So, again, 999 did their homework. PVE is responding to what just happened in game number 1. Zoe will go as well too, but I'm thinking we might potentially see a Swain ban as well too. Quanser was just massive on that, but so was Lunar Effect on his costive. So good respect across the board.
I mean, I don't know if they're planning on first picking it, but they've left Olaf up.
Oh shoot! Oh no! Oh.
Oh no, indeed.
Oh boy, that's
I don't know if they're gonna first pick it or if PV will choose to pick it up later, but
I don't think it'll make it through a second draft, but We do see the Swain, so Quanser is going to get the respect ban there. He does not get to play Swain again. Let's see. 999 going for that Shen, and I think Lunar Fake's just got to be drooling right now for the chance to play his Olaf. I want to see it. That's one of his specials. He's been player of the game multiple times. He's won a championship with it before. The man is insane on Olaf.
He's won All-Stars with it.
Yeah, straight up just dummy on Olaf. But we'll see if that is something that PVE want to work in to their comp for this game. But
I mean, Olaf early pick is a little difficult.
Nope. No, it's not. No, it's not at all. Not for PVE, not for Lunar Effect, but oh no, come on. I got baited so hard. But the Hecarim, I'll get the Hecarim's all right. They take that away from Dasui. And please, if you are in chat and I am pronouncing your name right, please correct me if I am pronouncing it wrong. I'm trying my best. But oh, what a bait. What a bait. I'm a little sad.
I mean, Hecarim is I can say I have seen his Hecarim. It is pretty good, especially if he gets that early lead.
It's
so I mean,
whoa. Okay. So Darius for PVE. I mean, it might be for the substitute C9 World Champ. So something that they're comfortable on and can go ahead and do this thing. Maybe a little channel that Hero 39 energy into this match. I would love to do that. But okay. The Bard. Pick up for FS Grape. Whoa.
That's,
whoa.
Interesting.
You know what? It's spicy. I'm liking this. And sorry if if my mic's cutting out, guys. I'm kind of bouncing around between a couple of screens here. So if I'm sounding a little weird, it's just because I might be over here, and that's just where Gurf is tonight. Is everywhere.
Gurf just bounces off the walls. There is no room or house or cage that can contain Gurf.
Cannot contain me. But Bard Caitlyn for the bot lane. That is a ton of poke that can come through. It could be really annoying depending on what Grape takes on this Bard in terms of runes. But let's see what PvE is going to pick up here in R3. Do they just round out their top half of the map? They don't have a mid lane.
They don't have mid. 999 needs mid jungle still.
That 6 could be mid. I don't know if it'd be ADC for Vapus. We have seen him play some crazy things on there, but so is Psychonautic. So I miss Zig. I miss seeing Ziggs overcomer.
Honestly, I agree.
Season 4, I started getting into actual ranked. And that was, I'm like, oh yeah, this guy throws bombs. That makes sense to me, and that's what I went on. So Ziggs definitely holds a special place in my heart. But we're just seeing a bunch of bans here from things either of these teams do not want to see repeated from last game. The Senna gone from Vapus. The Orianna is actually being taken away from 999, but I think that means the mid laner should be the Ziggs if they're going to be banning out Orianna and Cassiopeia. So stuff that would make Ziggs' lives really, really nasty.
That is true. Which, I mean, it is a safe pick. You know, when you have a team like Hecarim and Darius. Now getting that Ziggs mid who can throw that bomb to any of the lanes will definitely put your team a little bit further ahead in terms of kill potential.
Yep, we'll put you a little bit ahead, but you see the ADC bans coming out targeting Vapus there. I can't see him playing Aphelios right now. He's not been really that great in recent patches. He still can be really scary, but he's seen a shift away from him. Ashe is still up. Just gonna throw that one out there over them.
That's big ouch. Honestly, I honestly think I don't know how much the MF would have done anything. I feel like, you know, banning the Ashe instead of the MF would have maybe been a smarter move. But I don't know. I know, as you said, like, it would be nice to kind of be a fly on the wall for these teams and their comms, because to be able to hear like like what they're trying to prioritize, like what they're shot calling their calls for, like it would be fun.
It would definitely be interesting to see what the heck is going to go on here. The set being picked up here, the Diana and the set. That's some good initiating into team fights. I mean, you have a Bard lock a few members down, and that's just so great for a Diana set to just walk into. And if anything goes wrong, you got Shen there to ult onto you.
And the Bard ult.
Yes, another Bard ult. That is also true, but we're gonna have to see what PVE wants to round their comp off with. I don't know if the Ashe is a bad idea. A little bit less mobile, so could have issues with Diana set potential. But oh, it's gonna be the Ziggs ADC. Okay, let's see it. Let's do it. I said there was the possibility, and we're gonna see it. So why don't we get the predictions open up? Everyone out there, get those tokens ready. Make sure to check your tokens with command token. Easy peasy to check on in that. Make sure you have enough to go. But I think we're all doing a little better than what we were at the beginning of the night. So that poll, the predictions are being open for PVE and 999. So make sure to place those predictions on where you think this game is gonna go. This is spicy. This is spicy. Oh my god. You know what? Just for fun, I'm gonna throw 100 down on my lads PVE just for fun. And just to make it even more interesting, use the account, use the channel to put another 100 on 999. Because that's how you make the pool more spicy, and that's what we want to see. So lots of tokens on the line. Make sure to check your tokens before you go and submit them. But we are going to flip on over to the draft in client here. Check out where everybody is finalizing their picks. So don't you worry, that's the predictions will be open until we are on the Rift and the game has started from our end. So you have lots of time to get those predictions in. All you have to do is play, put the team abbreviation in, and then however many tokens you want to place on them. But what are you thinking, Overcomer? We going for PVE. We got that Darius.
Yeah.
We got the Hecarim. We got a Galio. That's a great little delivery system that we come through with the Hecarim Galio. But over on 999, I think the one that's standing out for me is this Bard. Because the Bard ults are just going to be ridiculous. If they can land, that is just the perfect setup for Set and Diana. Like, it'd be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I have another term for it, but I'm not going to say it on stream because TOS. But yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm still putting my money on PVE this game just because, looking at their comp, you have that Darius, Hecarim, Galio, and, Galio countering that AP from the Diana, as well as having that Hecarim to be able to dive that backline and provide, between the Hecarim, Galio, you have the CC to provide Darius kind of freedom of movement to kind of stack that bleed passive to get as far as we need.
It seems we have lost. Actually, I want one of the members of Vapus might. Oh, it doesn't have Ziggs on the big brain Vapus. Everybody flame Vapus in the chat there for not having Ziggs. Come on, man. How can you not have Ziggs?
Aye.
Oh, I love it. I love it. But, guys, just in terms of predictions, make sure you have enough tokens to actually be placing those predictions down. You can check your tokens with the command tokens or the command points. Either one will work there. You can check it out there. Hello and welcome to this stream if you're just joining us. And, of course, welcome to all our followers tonight. We're doing doing quite well tonight. Look, a bunch of new members joining the Legends family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But we'll give our players the
Nothing
ready.
but spicy action here,
Oh
and
my
usually
god.
between technical difficulties and spicy action, we have plenty to offer for everyone watching.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm getting flamed on my own stream, but that's okay because that's my computer to absolutely blame. I think we are good to go in there. Don't mind that. That saying down there, it says there's time. There's plenty of time left on this to place your predictions. If you wanna know how to play along, all you have to do is enter in this command whenever you feel, and that will give you a solid little paragraph there for you to read. But there's last game we had 270-ish tokens in the pot. This time we have 514. We're doubling down.
I
I'd
mean,
like to see.
everyone has been watching this whole time, so everyone gaining up all those tokens, they can bet more.
Yeah, but who is gonna be our king and or queen at the end of this split? We're gonna have to find out. Whoever's got the most points at the end, and that's either from you might just be consistent, putting little bets in, and getting the right one every single time, or you're a big spender, high roller, and willing to put all those tokens down on the game. Either way,
And being that active too.
and being active, because not only is just watching will accumulate points, but being active gets you extra points, and subscribing actually gets you 100 Legends tokens. So make sure if you got that Twitch Prime there, to sauce it over to your friendly neighborhood casters here. We do appreciate that, but definitely not needed. Just being here and chilling with us and having fun is all we can ask. King and or queen, you can be. Well, it's gonna have to be one on Discord, but in our hearts and in our minds, Code, you can be king and queen to us. Don't you worry. All right. Well, we see a few more predictions coming in. We got lots of time, but let's take a look at what these teams got going. I was mentioning before about PVE's comp here. Great Galio delivery system coming through. The Heck Room is going to be able to get into these back lines, and then boom, you got a Galio on your hands. But the Bard, FS Scrape on the Bard. I have not seen them play the Bard. However, a lot can be done with this champion in terms of escaping, in terms of shutting down objectives, in terms of turning whole team fights on their head. It's insane what is gonna potentially happen here tonight in this second game.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that kind of concerns me about PVE is the fact that they are very heavy AP, having Galio, Ziggs, and Karma. The Zig Karma bot lane does have a lot of poke potential, but with their amounts of AP, it just is kind of calling for, get that Merc Treads, get the Shen, get the set, both building high MR. And at that point, you're heavily relying on the Hecarim Darius damage, which, if they fall behind early, will put your team at a really tough spot.
So that might be something we need to see out of Dasui. Again, if I'm saying it wrong, please correct me. But we might want to be seeing that come out of them, because focusing that top lane to make sure Darius has become something out of a Hero 39 highlight clip. You need to put attention on to a Darius. I know Shen should be able to fare well into him, having that extra little bit of tank, but it still can become quite a hassle to deal with. However, there are a lot of options in the comp that 999 have put together that can deal with this before he starts running around too fast.
Definitely, and it's gonna be interesting to see this Caitlyn too, because Caitlyn having that range, having those traps, like 999 does have that kind of high CC potential, which allows Caitlyn to kind of get off more traps and her nets for the extra headshot damage. But when you have Ziggs Karma, your health bars melt pretty fast, and if you try to dive on them, you have the Galio Hecarim. So
Yeah, well, it's gonna be a spicy one. I'm just sending out our pings to the Discord there because if you miss game one, then I feel sorry for you. Because that was that was insane what we got to see. 44 and a half minutes between these two. We're really just pushing the limits of what their champions can do. But just a reminder, guys, those predictions are open for another minute and a bit until we get on the Rift. I've still got it open, so remember to get those last minute predictions in if you need to check. Oh god, I love it. I love it. If you need to check how to do that, remember to use the command how to play. Or if you find my secret command there that Overcomer has just put out there, you can also use that for some fun and see what the mystical Gurf has to say for you. But we are going to be getting into this one in about 40 seconds, guys. I would love to see a game 3 here tonight. These teams have been so much fun to cast already. But I'm thinking 999 has a lot in their kit that could be really, really sucky for PVE to deal with. So I'm hoping, I really am hoping PVE can take a game here so we can go to 3 and just bring you as much action as we possibly can, guys.
I mean, if last game was a bloodbath, this game is going to be a massacre. So,
Oh, well, we see one more prediction coming through, and that's actually just swinging it on over to PVE's side with 54% of the predictions headed that way. But it's a big pot, 554 Legends tokens sitting in there, and whatever team is winning this game is going to definitely be doing some nice stuff for whoever put their predictions on that winning team. But we're going to hop into the actual game very, very shortly. So any last minute predictions, get them in. You have about 30 more seconds until my computer catches up to you guys. and that'll be it. It'll be locked in, and we won't get to find out what happens until the end of this one. But guys, what? Oh my goodness, the Ghost Smite Hecarim from Lunar Effect. I like it. It's ballsy. I respect it.
I mean, horses run fast, right?
Horses run fast, and there's no better way to put it than that. But let's see what we're gonna get here. As seems we're missing a few people here tonight, but I think a few actually watching or in their own games too. But if you got friends, if you got family, send them a link here, bring them on over, share the love, and let's get some hype going in this chat, guys. I want to see some action here. So, predictions. Once I see that Summoner's Rift and have it pause, that will be the end of your chance to get those predictions in. But I'm ready. I'm ready for this one. 96%. So my computer's not quite as ready, and hopefully there is no ISP diff this game that just wrecks us like it did last. Well, what are you gonna do, right, Overcomer?
I mean,
Bell.
when it comes to internet, I suppose you can just hope that your internet will survive the massacre that's about to happen.
Yeah, that seems accurate. But yeah, we see some hype from Code. Let's go, Code, with the hype in the chat. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. The stuff I do to keep you guys and myself entertained. Sweaty Caster Life. What can I say? Anyways, we got a few more percent to get to, and then hopefully it'll be in. So whoever's got some predictions waiting, I think we've got them all. It's a massive pot here for you guys. So gonna be spicy to see who takes home these tokens at the end of this one. But we are 2% away. Come on, whose hamster is running slow? Probably mine. But that doesn't matter because we will eventually get there, and we are able to pause the game. Well, I mean, the players are able to pause the game too. So, what are you gonna do?
What can you do is a better question.
Patience. You must have patience.
Your patience needs more patience.
Yep, that's all I expected from that one. Yep. Okay. Well, we will eventually get into this. So thank you for your patience, guys, as we are loading in onto the Rift very, very, very slowly, but hopefully shortly. We'll get there soon. But what else to see out of these guys? See the lethal tempo on the Caitlyn. See the Guardian on the bars. So that's going to be a nice little help there to shield up the Caitlyn. But the double comet from Vapus and Kagon in the bot lane is gonna be definitely spicy.
It's gonna be a meteor shower.
Uh, yeah, you could say that. So, guys, the predictions are now closing, and it is in favor 54% for PVE. So let's see if those predictions are right. Let's see if PVE is able to take away a game here. But if they are, that means game 3 for all of us, and that means more action for the casters. We're going to pause that for 5 seconds to make sure we are all synced up, and after that, finally get to get into this one. Overcomer, are you ready, my friend?
I am ready.
Awesome. 3, 2, 1. Let's get into this game number 2 of the Legends Rival Series Premade League, and we get to see a little swapping of sides, a little pausing, which means more talking time. More time for me to get to hang out with you, Overcomer. Hell yeah, let's go.
Definitely need to need a little more time of this, you know. Only getting a couple days a week is not anywhere near enough to what it should be, but
yep, I know. It is what it is. We both have very busy lives, but we make it work. We make it work, you know. We put the show together for you guys at home. We hope you're all enjoying it. And Maxwell clearly not enjoying it enough because he's just out here. He's just out. But what can you do? What can you do? Hopefully Maxwell rejoins us soon. I know there is. It's been really stormy lately, and it's just been causing a hell of a lot of issues for not just the streamers, but also the players as well too. It's just rough. Been rough. That Rogers diff is just too much. Wait, again. Can I say that on stream? Oopsie. Won't say the dirty stuff, but might get banned because I mentioned a couple. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We have a second channel. It's all good, guys.
What better way to promote followers for our second channel, right?
Yeah. I got a few things sitting up there when you go to follow. It shows the second one, but that would be an option too. I would have to go dig up the stream key for that to actually get over on it. But let's take a look at what's actually going to be going on in this map. We've got an Ocean Drake up first. Not a kick in the pants for either of these teams at the start of this one, but that means no Ocean Soul. I would love to see an Infernal Soul just to add that extra little bit of zest into what this series is becoming. But in all likelihood of us guessing the dragon correct, well, me guessing the dragon correctly is
true.
Is about as high as you'd think it'd be for someone with a caster curse looming over him. So it is what it is right now, guys. But for those of you just chilling in the chat, make sure to head on over to our shop and check out some of the lovely merch. I'll be showing off my my kick-ass. I've got it right behind me right now too, because this thing is so damn cozy, and especially now with the fall weather coming, it's perfect, guys. I'm not even like, this is not me being like, oh yeah, go buy the, like, I legitimately love this sweater. It's awesome. Yeah. But
yeah.
What can I say?
Definitely waiting for my Bandits jersey to come in, you know, support my team.
Well, yeah, and once that merch comes in, you got to make sure to post it on our merch channel in the Discord. So if you guys are new here, you can go check out the Discord channel there, join along. There's some channels where we talk about pro esports, where we just talk about memes, where there's friendly banter. There's a channel just for that because we had to move it to its own section, but that's what it's for. I love the memes though, guys. So thank you again for your patience. We are going to be getting into this one very, very shortly. So make sure to stick around and see if your predictions are correct, because this is going to be another spicy one, I think.
I mean, when we had last game at what was it, 42 kills at 27 minutes?
Yeah. It was insane. It was absolutely insane what the amount of kills that we had. And then there was almost like a little bit of a lull going on there where we just had to. I mean, poor Graham. Graham, if you're out there in chat still, I hope you haven't fallen asleep on us there. Sorry to call you out like that, but I gotta, because you put it in chat. But no, it was. I think both you and I were kind of struggling to find. I was like, okay, what are we talking about? Both teams have kind of pulled back and are playing this just so damn safe compared to what the bloodbath was in those first 20 minutes of the game. So I'm interested to see, because it was like 2 different games there from in one. It's two for one special, Overcomer. What can I say?
You don't.
I don't. Well, I am certainly trying here, but we're gonna have to see what becomes of this one, as hopefully Maxwell is coming back soon. I'm gonna check in with the captain to make sure everything is okay over there. Hopefully. Max, okay. Are you okay? Maxwell, are you okay? But I hope you're okay. I hope everything is fine over on the end of 999. But we will see very shortly. I'm just going to pull up chat here so they don't give away all the secrets of our chat. Okay. Well, yep. All right. Oh, I didn't have the overlay on either. Who saw that? Oh, our players are animals, and I love them all. And guess who's back? As I just summoned him, I just have to say, "Oh, you animals!" And he heard me. Maxwell returns to the game. All right. Well, Overcomer, why don't we get into this one? We've got hell of a Legends token pot here. 554 tokens you guys have put in, as well as myself. So I'm hoping to see PVE take this one, because I need to see game 3. This is damn spicy, and hopefully Maxwell is back very, very soon. We could see them return into this. All right. Almost ready, and we're getting the ready checks in chat there, so this one should be starting shortly for you guys. Overcomer, let's do this, buddy.
Let's go. Round 2.
All right. Let's get this one going. Welcome if you're just joining us. Tonight, we are getting into Game 2 of our Legends Rival Series Premade League. And now teams have switched side. 999 over on the blue side. PVE on the red. And this 999 sitting up a game right now. So let's see if 999 is able to end it in 2 and take that that spot in the standings above PVE, or to a game 3, putting a lot on the line. It is a lot on the line. We're just a few weeks out of playoffs at this point. This is where these standings really, really matter.
I feel like it's always the few weeks before playoffs in any split where the scoreboard seems to shuffle the most.
Oh, absolutely. Unless it's
Minions have spawned.
That's a different story.
No. Now it's bandits.
Now it's been going back. You guys still gotta finish your split first, then we can start talking. But yeah, I'll give that to you guys. The bandits are kicking some serious ass right now. But right now, we're looking at PVE and 999. Both. I mean, you don't get to a 44.5-minute game by not being matched pretty evenly in terms of skill. Like, it's tough to that point. We've seen a lot of roles where clearly the stronger team takes it, but with that game 1, it really was anybody's. We saw the massive steal of Baron coming out in effect, but it was the soul that ended up going over to 999, the other that went to them as well too, and just so much back and forth. Both teams have cracked into each other's teams, so really, that's why I'm loving this one. Is the equal matchup that we get to see between these two.
One thing I always love seeing in these best of 3 series is the champion pools of these players. Just because it's like, as we saw, it's like game 2, you react to game 1, ban some of the carries that popped off and was an issue for your team, and then these players just okay, and they pull out a new champion. So
yeah, I mean, a good chunk of that too is just the lot of both teams banning out a ton of what was in the previous game there, and I do want to deal with again. Wayne from Quanser was definitely fair to go. The Kazik from Psycho right now is going to be a bunch of damage actually going down on the Quanser. He's actually going back into Psychonautics, looking for a little bit of trade back. Galio's a big boy.
Oh,
Oh, take a look at this. A little bit too big as Quanser's getting low, but the shield coming through, and now the flash actually forced out of Psychonautic. Galio will survive for now, and up in the top, nice big wave pushing in for Darius. Try and deny some CS, making sure that tower picks up. So creeps instead of Shen. Oh, yeah. That's like the Maxwell. He's trying to get as much CC into the tower. Actually doing incredibly well. Dealing with that, yeah.
I mean, firing under tower is definitely one of the safest ways of keeping your CS count up there. It obviously is a little bit of risky business when you have to incorporate tower shots, but
Trade coming back across our lanes. No kills quite picked up yet, but there is a flash down in the mid lane, so Psychonautic not going to have a flash for Galio. And that could mean a repeat gank coming through from the set. Both junglers kind of roaming around the river. Might. No, we're going to have to see where these guys decide to go.
I do feel that the Ocean Dragon will be prioritized a bit more for the for PVE, just because, you know, a Darius with Ocean Soul, you got the Galio, the Hecarim, both with Ocean Soul as well. So it does help the Karma and Ziggs, but I feel like with, you know, having those tanks, add in free healing.
Go over the top. Maxwell actually going to be flashing out, and what? Yeah, I think he had him, and he just stopped walking.
Hesitation.
Don't hesitate. Go for it. Do it. You got this. Oh, come on, 9 world champ. That I think was one out of the way with that bleed going down. I think that Shen was toast if he got another one on him.
But that half second after the flash, not flashing on time. Definitely didn't help his case.
Bot lane almost could have been done very sour-eyed. K-God, you do not want to walk that way. You're going to get stunned up by the bard. Play this careful. Alright, he was listening. Oh, Dallas, why are we in chat? Because we're always in chat. Always watching Mike Wazowski. Oh God. I'm on a different level tonight, guys. So hope you're all ready for that. For this kind of this is Gurf After Dark. We're getting a little weird tonight, boys.
No, we definitely have a interesting game as these players are all kind of floating around their kind of level 6 power spikes, mid already having them.
At the mid lane though, because here comes the Chewy on the set, and this will be Psychonautic going down first blood, but Lunar Effect here to get the trade kill on the Quanser, and Dasui gonna have to get on out. The Conquer stacks actually coming through the Lunar Effect there, so Effect does not want to go back into this one. We see the trades going to the top again, and now Hey God been abandoned by APC, I guess, this game. At this point, looking to come around. The Q will not get that. Yeah. Well, I guess the hard. As of right now, 1-1 so far, and that's the trap put right underneath the big P. Okay, God not able to keep him quite off enough. A little down damage coming down on the base right there.
Yeah, I mean, just take a look at these CS numbers real quick. You know, you have the 20 CS lead on the Caitlyn, but then you have that 10 CS lead on both top and jungle.
Oh, they got my dead. I Ignite, and the Shield's coming through. The flash to get out, but that auto follows him all the way down. Here comes Psychonautic. The knock up on FS Tangerine going golden. Thanks to the Bard ult there, but it's not going to matter. Still gets the dash on in. And that will be Tangerine going down. FS Scrape is going to get the kill on the Lunar, but Quanser is now going to have to try and get out. FS Scrape is there, but the Satchel Charge brings the Bard back. And Quanser is next to go. Double kill for Vapist on that Ziggs, on the alternate account there, because he does not own Ziggs on his main. But it doesn't matter, because he's 2-0 right now.
Definitely showing the fact that he does have experience on the champion.
Even though he doesn't own him, but hey.
Who needs to own a champion to get experience on him?
This
Free rotation, right?
is big true. Yeah, free rotation. You just imagine level 7. Level 7. Getting to level 7 on chance of free rotation, that would be big X.
Yeah, that's it's like, oh, by the way, it's like, well, who's your highest mastery? Free rotation.
Free rotation, but right now Support is going to be duking it out in the jungle. Just a little how do you do as they fight over some vision, some healing plants there as well too. Means we have a little bit less of a bloody game at this point compared to the last one. We might catch Quanser is actually trying to catch somebody else. Looking to see if we can find where the Effect casualty is too. But no, it's not being red throughout. Dave is still looking for something nice little Bart done there as the Caitlyn comes down. Caitlyn Green is getting some big damage off, and Ziggs now under 100 health.
Aye.
Ouch, big ouch, but Lunar Effect actually spotted out on Ward. Nope, none of that is on to mid lane. Quanser taking a bit of a beating, but not too much yet, as it will be the Herald started up here. So I wonder what lane Triple Niner weren't going to want to put that Herald down.
My my best guess would probably be focusing that mid lane, you know, kind of helping keep that Galio out of getting that gang potential by dropping a Herald down in his lane that he has to deal with.
As though the dash away is actually blocked by Quanser getting the front there. Black Dash is coming out, and there's the showstopper coming down for Dasui, but Lunar Effect is here to join. Oh, Psychonautic gets out, but a big mantra Q from K-God. Lunar Effect picks up one, and it will be the other one actually going over to Psychonautic, I believe there. So 2-0 picked up, and it will be FS Grape caught on the backside. Oh, taking the magical journey out, but there's the Bard ult too. Oh my god! Wonderfully placed in FS Grape, you freaking monster. Oh my god, he makes it out. Somebody please toss that in the clip, because I have a feeling that might make its way into our podcast this weekend. As, oh wait a minute, that's illegal what he just did. Face going on top, but take a look at this dragon.
It's so I mean, with Ocean now being on Darius, that's gonna be one scary Darius.
Again, those early Oceans, or I guess the early Drakes in general, aren't something too scary, but what's going to be scary is 3 members of Triple Nine jumping onto Ziggs, and I think this is going to be one little dead Yordle, as he's actually going to be coming through for Psychonautic. And all he can do is really run on through and try to run away, as Grape is not going to be able to quite find that one-to-one from K-God is going to come through as well too. But that prediction of yours is correct. Comes down to the bot lane, and Shelly is going to be picking up this first hurt of the game for Triple Nine again. The objective game where Triple Nine likes to play, and they're ready on it. 12 minutes. But
Yeah.
It
feels you know, these teams, as we've kind of seen, you make one mistake and the other team is right there ready to punish you. You know, whether it's grouping up and happen to having a Galio land in front of your face, or you think, you know, you can get a roam off here just to turn around lose that fight due to a gank or a counter gank, and then now they're placing Shelly in your lane. So
Now, triple nine, turning their attention to the tower field for the fight. And Ash on Psychonautic to this tower. FS Great blocks him down, but it's Quanster goes ahead and cleans it up. And now the Zigzag comes down, not going to be finding anybody there as triple nine kind of taking over this bot side of the map right now.
definitely showing their skill.
Oh no. Oh no.
There.
It just says men to get out of that hole. The TP is coming through, so now triple nine. That is the power of the Bard, but it will be Quanser taken out on the side here, trying to find a trade kill, but not gonna be able to quite yet. Bard is in the low. So troll, I love it, but it's super troll. Ah, yes. All right, we got a request for a player goal. Thank you, Ravensman, for reminding me. Let's just take a peek at what's going on here between junglers. Lunar Effect farming quite well, but where else are we seeing a goal difference will come through? I mean, it's only 400 up for triple nine. And
I mean, that 400 is probably what split between First Blood, the extra kills, and the CS difference. So.
we're gonna see it potentially keep up as it goes. But right now, things are looking good. The exception of that one tower that triple nine may pull off with the heralds. Things are looking pretty good so far for triple nine in terms of that bot side control. Just take a look at that vision down there. But actually, hold on, I'll take your attention back up here to top as it will be Maxwell going in. FS Grape here to help out. Darius might be in a bit of trouble, but I take it back as Maxwell is getting the Darius ult on him. And oh my god, Grape is an absolute monster. The bleed will eventually melt down Maxwell, and I think 4 Bard is left to his own device. Grape, you're such a troll. I love you so much. This is fantastic. Unfortunately, Maxwell going to be losing the life through that Darius bleed, and unfortunately, FS Grape is taken down. Lunar Effect is getting quite strong.
Yeah.
But the tunnel.
4-in-1 Hecarim is not something you want to be facing. Also, you have a 1-in-4 Diana, which will make her kind of scaling power spike take a lot longer. We have seen, Dianas that are able to 1v9, but you're not going to be kind of 1v9ing if you have the 1-in-4.
It's gonna be an interesting discussion here. I mean, PVE is ahead right now. Like, what is the win concept here? What is the one or two things that will put in part? Because right now, the team looks for it. Oh, red quite well, but the showstopper not going to be able to try to hit him over the wall. Lunar Effect is there for the Caitlyn, but the standing heavy coming down immediately. Dasturi is taken down by C9 World Champ, waiting over the wall for that one. FS Grape is here as well too, but that is going to be the Diana Paul. The ult, the Zig ulti coming down as well too. Quantum getting very, very low, trying to make it out of this. The bouncing bomb will not make it, but here comes Psychonautic. Where the hell did Barges go? As he was sent to heaven. I can't even zoom. I'm already zoomed out, and he went off the map. Oh my god. Goodbye, FS Grape. Ends up being a 4-for-0 in terms of PVE. I was asking about win conditions, but I don't know, Overcomer.
I think it's pretty clear now. PVE at this point kind of wants to force those team fights. They have the objective control, and they have that kind of scaling and that power between their champions, so they can kind of look to see, get that group fighting going. Because with their setup, you can't target just one person. But when you have someone like a Darius, Galio, Hecarim, all 3 of those champions really only lose team fights if they're the main focus. But when you have 3 of them combined, it makes it a lot harder to have a single focus in a fight. So for triple nine, although they have a very well kind of damage poke CC comp, they're not really going to get anywhere if they can't get a couple of picks ahead of time. Because those 5v5 fights, they're just putting themselves at their own disadvantage to begin with.
Yeah, this is looking really good. PVE right now up 3.5k. They have the Herald in go. Nice fun there for the Grape. As still just a bit of trading as they try and push that minion against the mids. But we're getting to that point again, Overcomer, where things are kind of slowing down. There's no major objectives up on the board, but we want to look and see what is PvE's next goal. What are they looking for next? The turret is going potentially down, and it will be Ziggs in a bunch of trouble. But here comes Lunar Effect from out of nowhere. Watch out, as Caitlyn is just eviscerated off this map. Lunar Effect going to be caught up in that Bard ult. And FS Scrape actually playing his Bard so disgustingly well. it's actually blowing my mind. He's landing all his stuns. He's landing all his ults. And, I mean, unfortunate that it is being used to disengage, to escape, but he's landing. So we'll give him that.
You gotta land them to start.
Yeah, but right now, oh, that's going to be this taunt coming through for Psychonautic, and the Showstopper to try and get the Suio. Oh my god, he's alive. This man, on the next episode of A Shouldn't Be Alive, starring Desui, my god, how the hell he makes it out of that one, I will not know. But he does it. As Herald now being popped in this top lane, looking to get that top lane, but it's kind of loose out here. I don't know if to take it out, but we'll get one right.
I mean, one charge is all it really needs. At that point, you know, you're sitting basically one minion wave away from getting that broken tower. So.
Well, I'm not too sure about that. It's a little unfortunate that they weren't able to chunk down that turret before dropping down Shelly to ensure that they actually open up that second one. But it is going to be Baron up on the map in about 10 seconds here. Another Dragon. This one's in. Oh, we do get to see it. Did I not say I wanted to see an Infernal Soul at the beginning of this game?
You did.
The gods have heard my prayers. Thank you.
And I mean,
but, hey.
the other kind of advantage that PVE is sitting on is they also have 2 dragons, which means that it's a lot closer for them to get that Infernal Soul than it would be for 999 to try to claim that and contest it.
Yeah. And what I don't know what the jungle is, because, you know, being not only did PvE had it right side of me, FS just has a tunnel ready for themselves and gets on out. Oh, I can't handle Grape right now on the side. I'm losing it. This is so funny. Okay.
I mean, how often do you see Bard on stream in competitive play?
No, and I'm trying to pinpoint. I'm sorry I forget the player's name off the top of my head, but there is one Bard player who gets banned out constantly whenever we get to see them on the team. So a good Bard player can be really, really scary. But I don't think 999 are at the point where they're setting quite yet. Because still kind of having to play on defense to see how aggressive Lunar Effect is looking.
I mean, when you're 5-1 on your Hecarim and you have a 4-0 Darius as your backup, you know, you can kind of afford to play a lot more aggressive because you have that kind of extra leeway of space for the in terms of level and gold. So.
Well, Infernal is being started up here by looks like 999 happening there, but coming out of Galio, so we're gonna see the double Bard ult actually come through, and Desui just sneaks on in. Nice little ult there from Grape, but now pulling back those members of PVE does not matter. That's a massive Darius now. The pull, the jump, the dunk, and that's all it's going to take. 2 members of 999 are going to drop, but they do secure that first Infernal break. Oh boy. Great.
I don't know. I mean,
that one. Come on. Oh.
It's, you know, 3 members of your team have Baron, or have, not Baron, what am I saying?
Well,
you go in to steal that, which does help your team and it does delay soul point. But you lose Baron for it because you have the death timers. You have to wait out, and you can't contest those when you have the number disadvantages. Plus, at that point, you're just giving over free gold because you know you can't win a team fight. But by going in for it, you do force that fight to happen. So, although you're getting a dragon, which helps your late game scaling, you also are helping the other team get their items faster, which will help them end the game faster if they manage to get the items they need.
Yeah, and I think Ravensman made a good point in chat there is that if the Diana maybe had one more item on her, it would have been so ideal, especially in a fight like that where everyone was all clumped together. That could have been so nasty for Swanson to land a big ult on the entirety of the team, but unfortunately does not quite have that damage at this point in the game. So a little bit of a contrast from what we saw in game number 1. However, PVE doing a great job so far. They got a nice early Baron for themselves, so this is gonna let them push quite nicely. And
yeah, and I mean, you know, when you have a 4-1 APC, 5-0 top lane, and 5-1 jungle, as 999, you know, you kind of have to take a step back, take a breather, and consider what your focus is.
I don't think there are any reasons that
or like,
ults come out everywhere.
you don't have the, I mean, you don't have the timing for it, but like, you know, like just I think like on comms, you know, this would be the point where they, whoever their shot caller is, or maybe it's the captain.
Maxwell, why are you backing there? Did you just go in your base where it's safe? You see that more chances, gives them a pull, and now it's 5 members of pushing in this bot lane on the bot inhibitor turret with the Baron buff. I'm not sure what Maxwell is doing there.
Yeah, a little questionable. I mean, I guess he thought he had time, but you know, you can't underestimate a team. You know, when you have this many fed players, they have the damage, especially with Baron buff. You know, they have increased damage, all those other increased stats. So towers will melt before them, especially when all 5 of them are all pushing that tower together.
Well, that Baron buff is going to be running out very short. But no, we were at about 15 minutes, no, 10 minutes I want to say. There's only about a 400 gold difference, but right now, 90. About 8.8k, but we'll round it up to 9. That's
yeah,
insane jump there for PVE. You know, you have the Darius right now going 502. In effect, going Booyaka Booyaka 619. So like, he's doing well so far for himself. A lot of people are doing well, and the fact that they have the added benefit of Vapus on that Ziggs, they're able to push towers so freaking fast.
yeah. That's kind of the one underlying trait, I guess you could call it, to Ziggs that a lot of people kind of underestimate is, sure, it's a Ziggs, you know, if he gets fed, he does a lot of damage, but he's pretty easy to kind of play around. But when it comes to objectives, there isn't a single champion out there so far who can take a tower as effectively as Ziggs.
Oh, but right now Maxwell's being jumped on. Even as tanky as he is, gets checked out a bit, as we are actually going to watch a little bit of another fight going on the other side of the map. Good effect able to find that one, but a nice flash from got to get out of that bar ult. Now here comes the TP. We're going to have to zoom on out for you and get rid of that scoreboard as, oh my goodness, that's a big old taunt coming from Psychonautic. Quantum trying to get to that backline going golden. But it's actually, remember, the PvE is getting a little bit low here. But here comes Lunar Effect being taken out of this fight by Dasui Showstopper. It does not matter. PvE just way too strong at this point. I don't think there's much Triple I can do about this one. We'll just regroup and refocus for game number 3 because it looks like we are going to get it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think based on how they're performing, I think PV's kind of found that footing, you know. Took game 1, played a little shaky, but they're kind of looking at their options that, okay, we can still do it, you know, can't count us out yet, and they want that spot on the leaderboard, so they're not just going to give it up freely.
And, the game is not over until that next explosion, so PVE right now finding one, maybe two, no, they're not going to quite get the second inhibitor, but that is the Galley ult that's being popped, and that might, PVE in a bit of a dicey situation, going to have to get out of that one, but Darius actually waiting in base with the PVE, ready to go for this one. FS trying to find something on the other side of this, but that is the Darius ult now, and he might look to turn this one around as here comes the big double taunt from Psychonautic, and on the other side, Lunar Effect is actually jumping on top of them. Stand United comes down, but it does not matter. PvE do lose Lunar Effect, but it ends up being, big ol' Ziggs bomb coming down, making it 3 for 1 so far. And the last 2 members of 999 are going to be on the run. Goes coming out. Ooh, scary. As, I guess the scary thing is PvE right now running down into the lane, looking to finish this one off. The next turrets are a dropping. And PvE's going to take us to a Game 3 overcomer.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know, talk about spicy action. They definitely provide for
What's
it.
happening? Okay, PvE get the win. But, like, they got a meme a little at the end, I guess, too.
I suppose. I mean, it does kind of lower your KDA, so I don't know. Well, I'm just saying, like, you know,
No,
when
you're
it comes
totally
to
right.
when it comes to stats at that point, like, you're just dropping your KDA. You might have like a 15 KDA, and by doing that at the end, you go down to 7.5. So
Yeah, that's something, all right. But what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna grab that screenshot for a second there, and just look at the damage coming out from Vapus this game. That's not too shabby at all. We are gonna flip it on over to the analyst desk super quick because it looks like our players are ready to go. So we gotta have a break and make sure everyone is ready. But yeah, PVE coming through for a win in game number 2, which means we're going to a third game, which means there gets to be more predictions coming through tonight. So let's head on over to our analyst desk as I divvy out the points right here. PVE picking up the win, which means the points are in favor of those who voted for PVE. So you guys can go ahead and check out your tokens using command tokens. Make sure those are all looking all right. I hope they're fine, but it will be the win goes to PVE. So congratulations, guys. We are going to take a short break, but in that time, make sure you are voting for who you believe deserves player of the game. So that poll is going to be open right now. Make sure to start getting those votes in for who you think deserves it. All you have to do is put vote and the position that they play after that. But we will take a short break, and when we return, we'll announce our player of the game for game number 2 and get into the final game of the night, Overcomer. This is a spicy night, but we got a hell of a series on our hand.
we talked about having high action here, and these players have definitely given it to us.
Hell yeah. Well, we will see you guys after the break, and when we come back, we're here to decide who is going to be taking that slot. That I don't know what quite place they're in, but having that edge over the other, it's really, they're back to back right now, and whoever wins tonight is just going to be that one little step up in standings and in bragging rights. But we're going to have to see what happens after we come back from our break, so don't go anywhere, guys, because you're not going to want to miss this. All right. Welcome back, guys, to our final game of the night. But we got a couple things to announce before we get into that. PVE coming away with the win in game number 2. And really great stuff to see, because now we get to see these two teams duke it out one more time for us. It looks like 999 has opted for the red side, getting that pick, being our home side team tonight. But yeah, it's been a spicy night, Overcomer. Why don't we discuss a little bit what happened in that last game?
I mean, it's a lot to break down. You know, it's very all over the place. But you know, ultimately, I think it came down to PVE kind of drafting their team comp and then playing out to their strengths and knowing where their weaknesses were and not letting 999 kind of pick them off at their weak points.
Yeah, and you know, they did a great job of playing more into the objective game that 999 was so good at in this first game, that we got to see them just dominate and really take whatever they wanted. But that's where we get to see PVE really turn things around this game. They were on top of Dragons. You know, they did have that red side advantage coming through. So that was definitely a plus for them. However, 999 back on the red side this game, definitely going to be looking for a ton of Dragons. So what I don't know what the plan needs to be going into this game, but definitely need to be aware of that that priority coming through from 999.
It's gonna be kind of one show to be a spectacle, because you know dragons are important, and with Red Set having that dragon prio, it makes it a little interesting of a game, because you know you can't just give up dragons just because you don't have prio of it. Because if you let one team run away with all the dragons, you kind of just sit there and end up being like, well, they're a lot stronger now, even though you thought you had a lead to begin with. So
yeah, that's absolutely true. I see all the love coming through in chat there, but we gotta send some love over to our player of the game, and none other than the turret destroying Yordle himself, Vapist. Congratulations on getting player of the game for game number 2 tonight, going 7-2-9 on that Ziggs. Pretty impressive stuff. You saw the damage charts at the end of that last game, so really spicy stuff, and that is really what enabled PVE to be playing into this objective and tower game this time. So that's that is some spicy stuff. So congratulations. That's gonna be interesting to see if that Ziggs does make it through. And yeah, Vapors is right. We're gonna pass it to somebody else on PVE tonight. No, Lunar not getting it this one. He did have a great game. However, on that, Hecarim was doing a great job at just being an absolute nuisance on that back end of Triple Nine's team. Psychonautic was doing great at following up there. Whenever somebody was going ham on his team, he was there to follow up with a nice big ult. So really great stuff from PVE. I'd really like to see him play into that aggressive playstyle again too. And you get player of the game. Apparently, Ravens Man is giving out some gift subs. So thank you, Ravens Man, for the sub. Heading on over to Vapors actually too. So maybe we see some things heading over there. But thank you very much for all that love and support, guys. We are going to be getting into game number 3 relatively soon. I'm gonna give players the ready check. I'm just gonna make sure everyone is in here and ready to go before we start this one up. But I believe everyone has the pick and band ready to go. And
Well, it's gonna be interesting seeing Triple Nine's kind of reaction bands. Because after this game too, you had PVE kind of had used those reaction bands with the Fiora and the Swain. So most likely we are going to see something of the sorts coming out from Triple Nine.
yeah, it's they've come in with a couple of pretty big combos here tonight. Fiora in game number 1 was pretty scary from Maxwell. Just gonna make sure everyone is actually in order here on this side to make sure life is easy as we get into this one. But both teams with a game under their belt. That means this will be our final game of the night. We're going to game 3, not to game 5, unfortunately, so I can't play Silver Scrapes for you guys tonight. But just you wait till playoffs. I'll have it queued up and ready to go if we do end up seeing a game 5. So looks like one side is ready. We're just making sure. Okay, let's get. I can't.
Hey, Silver Scrapes, just like your dream to happen for stream.
I mean, it's happened before, and it is a great time getting to play it. Plus, how can you not get hype in a playoff?
Oh, true.
We've I think it was the was a weird little noise. Okay. Anyways, we've gone to game 5 in finals before, and I've lost my absolute marbles. If you think this is something,
oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
no, this is
Playoff?
nothing.
Playoff Gurf hasn't shown up yet.
No, you wait until playoff Gurf comes. It's gonna be something else. But while you're waiting for our teams to get going, make sure to check out our kick-ass merch that we got going on. I got my awesome Legends Esports hoodie right there, rocking that one. Gonna be throwing that on after tonight to get all cozied up and ready for that fall weather. But I believe we are ready to go. So give my players the ready check once more, and let's flip on over to the pick and ban as we see what is gonna be unveiled here in our last game of the night.
Definitely don't want to miss this game, that's for sure.
No. There we go, sending off the spectator links. Just a few more times there for the fellas. Get them all ready to go, but I think question mark we're good to go. Are we ready to go? I don't know. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. Let's get fired up. Let's get into this one. Let's get the pick and ban music going, because that is how we get fired up. Getting some spicy stuff, but the Fiora and the cousin. So immediately targeting Maxwell and Lunar Effect. Not that surprising here.
And the Swain coming out as well. Definitely keeping those bans.
So what is going to happen in this one? Gotta see what happens in this final game. This is gonna be setting apart these gonna be really spicy. Kassadin banned again. And I think that's fair. 3 bans against Cass this game. They know Psychonautic is in the mid lane. So respecting what this man can do. I've seen it before. It's disgusting. It ain't better than my Heimerdinger. But it's still pretty good. So if he's watching there in chat, I can see if he was here recently. That is funny. It's funny. Love you, Noah. Love you, buddy. But the Hecarim, another pickup for Lunar Effect this game, making sure that Dasui does not seed again. And I think Lunar did a pretty decent job on Fast Force last game.
He definitely showed up everywhere across the map. You know, it's like he'd take Dragon and then the camera would take his top lane to some skirmish and you would see the Hecarim be flying in. It's like he just teleported halfway across the map by running. Horses run fast.
Horses do run fast, but Shens do teleport across the entire map and protect the team. So Maxwell going to be on that again, and the Galio actually going to be picked up here, potentially for Quadster, potentially for Grape in the bot lane. Gonna have to see where that one ends up. So what else are we going to be seeing here, Overcomer? Let me know. What are you thinking? What's going on in the head? Because I know you got some analytical stuff going.
I'm just trying to think what 999 is going to be coming out after their picks. You know, you have Shen Galio. Like, you now have 2 champions who can teleport to an ally at the same time. So how they choose to follow that up is going to be a bit of a spicy pick to watch.
It will be interesting, but a repeat for C9 World Champ. But he was looking good on that Darius earlier. Not really anything to comment in terms of something negative. He's just very consistent, very stable. Found a couple really nice kills too. Those dugs are just ridiculous, and so is the bleed. So I think that's a nice pickup here for C9 World Champ. Definitely a solid combo that we were seeing between, oh my god, between him and Lunar Effect. However, wow. I hope 999 has some garlic prepared. Has the Vladimir coming through.
Early executioners from the bot lane, perhaps, and the early Morellos from mid lane. Whatever else, possibly the Thornmail, you know, get whatever anti-healing you can provide.
I mean, earlier this week, we saw the power of what a Vladimir can do. Literally 1v9ing team fights at the end of that one. I want to say, was it last night in the LRS Premade that it happened? There was a big Vladimir earlier this week. Chad, if you remember, please remind me. And make sure to check in on your tokens for this game. The predictions are not live quite yet. They will be open as soon as we are finished through with the PentaQ draft. And I think we just do that so you guys can actually see the team comps before you start placing down tokens. Unless you just are feeling ballsy and want to just go all in on one of these teams. I totally feel you, but I think to be fair to everyone, we should see what these teams are bringing to the Rift before you start tossing those tokens down. But we'll have to see what is going to happen. Senna now for 999 this time. And that, you respect the bar.
I mean, I'm just trying to think if they're playing that ADC or support, because it could be played in both. It is more common to see Senna in that ADC role. If that's the case for their team, I feel like they're just going to be missing out on a little bit, because that means they're losing out on that attack speed and a little bit more of that DPS. in exchange for that healing and that longer range. So
Actually, a Nocturne band coming out, maybe something Jisu's been sitting on, but it'll be interesting to see what happens here. As D-Cyclone just getting in, unfortunately. For some reason, D-Cyclone still at 0 points, and I was testing with D-Cyclone too to make sure this is working. So I'll saw. Hopefully it'll work. Nope, apparently not. You gotta watch for some more time there, D-Cyclone. But ooh, the Kindred pickup for Tsui. I don't believe I've seen a Kindred in quite some time, and oh my god,
definitely been a long time since there's been a Kindred.
Look at this team comp. That's actually, again, a lot of AP for PVE coming through. And with the Galio on the side of 999, that will make life a lot tougher come mid-late game.
I mean,
But
Vel'Koz's ult being able to do true damage definitely does kind of help in their favor for that Galio. But the amount of CC that 999 has, can disrupt that Vel'Koz ult fairly quick.
oh no, this is gonna be a spicy one indeed. Guys, we're gonna open up those predictions right now. So make sure to start using that command play to place your tokens on who you think is gonna win. Unfortunately, if you don't have tokens right now, you gotta watch for a little bit longer. Sir, it's not me. It's not you. It's the bot. We gotta blame the bot because it does take a certain amount of time to register you in here. So sometimes it can be a little funky, my friends, but we are certainly sorting out this the best we can. But there'll be lots of time to accumulate points throughout the week. Just a reminder that we're only doing predictions on Thursday night, so this is your night to really rack them up and put your money where your mouth is. However, lots of time throughout the week to be participating in chat, to be just hanging out and watching, and even using those Twitch Primes to accumulate a little bit of extra points here. But they're open right now, and yeah, maybe your account is just cursed, D-Cyclone, but we're gonna get to see where these champions are going for our final game of the night, Overcomer.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know what to expect anymore because first game was kind of a bloodbath and second game was just slow. So there's a little bit of a kind of variation that these teams have showed us, and even with their team comps, when you draft a higher team comp and then you just don't take fights, kind of just sit around, get a couple objectives here and there, and only really fighting when needed, makes it a little bit of that lower kill game, but also kind of helps secure your win if you play it properly once you already have that lead.
Yeah, and it's I'm just looking at this. The Tarek pickup along with the Kindred and Senna and Galio and Jen, that's just a ton of CC, a ton of tank. You have two ultimates there that say, no, I'm not dying today. Figure it out, bud. That's actually insane to have in the kit. And the fact that I wouldn't even think of putting those together, but I mean, now looking at it, it seems like a great pickup here to have Kindred and Tarek in their team comp. It's gonna make it really hard to kill them after they hit 6.
And then you have the Shen Galio on top of that.
And then you have the Shen ultimate just on top of all of it there. So, it goes the way it goes sometimes, and this is a really strong looking draft here for 999. Won't count out that ball lane. We do get to see Bapus on the Vel'Koz, which is a little bit different. I don't know how that is going to fare into the Tarek Senna plus Kindred ganks. It could be a little bit difficult. At least K-God will be there to stun anybody diving in with a cube, but you only get one, and you have to make it count.
Yeah.
So what are you saying?
I mean, at this point at the game, I feel like, both these teams have kind of realized it, and like these games I think are going to come down to one mistake. Like it's kind of expected both teams will make little small mistakes and then the other team will punish it. But, one bad call could turn into a Baron for the other team, or, one bad call could mean ace, and then your team just looking at your kind of inhibitors all falling, and it's like, how did we get to this point? Well, maybe we shouldn't have done whatever it was earlier on in that game.
Yeah. We'll have to see how this one goes for PvE, because I'm just looking at what PvE has and what suits their style is get strong and just crush through the fights. That's a lot of what PvE style is, just overpowering your enemy, which can work sometimes. But right now, 999 has a lot of answers, a lot of ways to stay alive, a lot of ways to see the incoming members of PvE. So I might have to give the edge to 999 based on the draft, but if it's coming down to brute force, that's where PvP definitely takes the cake, because they are really good at coordinating those 5-man fights and just blasting through whatever walls they come up against. However, these are some pretty reinforced walls that 999 have put up for this game.
Yeah, definitely kind of an interesting team comp. You have Darius Vlad on one side and then the Kindred Tarek on the other. So it's basically full healing and lifesteal versus invulnerability, which will make the team fights an interesting, almost like an art, where half the time you're fighting, you then are basically having to disengage just to turn around and have to re-engage just because the Terragal is running.
Alright, I'm just gonna do a little something fun here. First one to use my secret command, other than you, Overcomer, I'm gonna give you 50 points just for fun, just out of my own pocket there. So who's gonna use it? Who can figure it out first? Let's see. I just want to have some fun with it, but keep those predictions coming. We have until we get onto the Rift, until I close those predictions up. So let's see it. Who's gonna use my secret command? Who knows it out there? But let's see what you got. You'll get 50 tokens out of Gert's personal pocket here. Let's see who does it first. But yeah, don't you worry. I might be at the top right now, but I'll be taking myself after at the end of the day. Don't you worry. I always, just for fun, Overcomer, I'm either setting myself to, well, no, I'll just set myself to 69 points because it's hilarious. So.
True. I mean, you could set yourself to 420 if you really wanted to as well.
I could, but then I'll be at the top right now, and I'm not.
Well,
I'm not in. I like to play this competition.
If it was 420, you wouldn't.
No, I put you at the top. Maybe I do stay here just to make sure you don't get up there.
You wish.
You have to beat me in those polls, my friend. But we're gonna have to see, as we are gonna be hopping onto the Rift very shortly, guys. So, couple more seconds left for those predictions. Get those last minute ones in. This pot. Yo, okay, these keep on getting bigger and bigger. First one we started off with 270. The second one we had 540. This pot right now currently is 2 away from 1.1k. Massive pot on the line for you guys there. So if you want to play, make sure to use the command play, put your team name in, and then the amount of tokens you want to place on these predictions. But that's this poll is going to be closing very, very shortly. And I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be right now. I think 999 just has a really strong draft. Really. Oh, boy. We're going to have to see what happens, how this one unfolds. We are getting on to the Rift at this point. So let's see what there is. What PVE can bring to this one. and who's going to come out on top of this one. This is the tiebreaker for standings between these two teams, and every little point and win matters when you're coming into these final 3 weeks of the split. It really does. It really does, because that can mean the difference from seeding 3rd and 2nd into the brackets and 4th and 5th into the brackets, and really change up what your experiences are as you get into these playoffs. But we are going to pause it up at 5 seconds there for you guys. Overcomer, are you ready for me, friend?
I'm ready.
Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Let's get this one going. Final game of the night. PVE pull it to a game 3. But it's 999 back on the red side where they were in the first game, and have the double, what are you going to call it? They just get to not die. There's 2 of them. You have the Kindred, you have the Lamb's Respite on her, and then you have the Teryx, nope, not also Lamb's Respite, I gotta click on him too. Cosmic Radiance on that, it's gonna be great once they hit 6. Yeah, there's a really good amount of synergy going on for 999 right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting kind of play out, you know, because if Hecarim is able to deny Kindred of those stacks, then Kindred won't really be able to hit the kind of scaling power spike that she needs. So it'll be, I think jungles this game is going to be kind of the role to look out for so far.
I mean, Sui looking good in that first game, but in fact pulling it back in 3. So we have a couple of spicy junglers here in this one, but interesting to see APC actually coming through PVE. Worked really well on that Ziggs last week. Darkhawk can back to the so 2 damage coming through from those stacks. It can hurt a ton. Like,
I mean, if you want a tank melter, just pick Vel'Koz, right?
oh, there you go. I mean, you can actually melt through the heaviest magic resist champion. But in terms of, I mean, no, there is a solid amount of tanks here. Not too weird there. We got actually have a little bit of a support fight, but actually turning the attention on the tanks right now, and I will make sure to keep you guys updated with Senna stats, because I did see that on our first game, so something to have to keep an eye on for this one for you guys. As of now, it's the silence before the storm overcomes.
Always is.
It's coming. It's coming. I feel it
I
coming.
feel like the longer these players kind of wait before the action starts, the more hypey their action becomes once they get the ball rolling.
Game volume kind of loud. Did my volume accidentally go up? Some, no, maybe, possibly. Hopefully that's a little better for you guys, and you can hear us clearly. Thank you, Cyclone. As I hope I'm not too quiet here. All right. Muted myself. Listen to the stream super quick. I think we're okay. All right. Well, more trades back in this bot lane, but the Zenith Blade actually going in onto Tangerine. K-God getting a little low, caught up by that Senna stun. And FS Grape trying to do what they can, but bot lane to PvE. This is looking very similar to game number 1, getting very, very low in that bot lane early on. And
I mean, one difference that there already is this game compared to game 1 is the CS difference top lane.
Well, that's 100 gold right there. That's a control ward, and well, we said the ward saves lives, and you guys are lucky. Lucky the Twitch bot picked it up, but predictions are now closed. Almost 1.1k tokens in the pool for this game, so gonna be a big payout to whoever wins this one, but it is 70% in favor of PvE, so if 999 are able to find a win here, whoever's the 999 fans tonight are walking away with some tokens in the bank. It's gonna be interesting. I love this. We get to watch a game and play a game on the side. It's fun.
It's like the game within the game.
Exactly. Yeah, in see the Inception brand.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
There is a term for those massive horns you hear in the session. It's called a bram, and it's spelled with like 13 A's or something like that. It's crazy. And it's all caps.
That's a little overkill, but
All right. Well, we'll have to see how this one's going to unfold. We're just cracking that 5-minute mark, and I think both teams are definitely going to be feeling the pressure of this one overtime. Right? They both fought so hard, and this is, I mean, this is a big, for a best of 3 series. I mean, you do have to throw in one PC crash in there a little bit, but these guys have been going at it all night. So good on them to still keep that mental fortitude up at this stage of the night. But, it looks like Lunar Effect is going to be the one pulling the trigger here. First, going to be knocking back Tangerine, but the knockup does land onto Grape. Tangerine getting that sundown on to the Leona, and that will be 999 able to avoid that gank coming from Lunar Effect. So nothing found quite yet.
this is definitely the longest I think we've gone between these two teams for our first blood.
Ooh, Ravens man actually bringing it up because that's where I was kind of lost. Our standing master himself, our stats king himself, Ravens man. Yeah, this is a fight for 5th in the season playoffs. So that is going to be massive for where these teams, again, like I was saying, where these teams are matching off up into the bracket as we get in the playoffs. So it's big. We're ending week 6 at the end of this night, and that means there's only 3 more weeks after that to really solidify your place for these playoffs. And both these teams looking just, they're great. This is great. There's a reason why these games go so long, because these guys are pretty equally matched, and it makes for some really spicy games and a hell of a spicy series so far. Oh, so I see how to do it. All right, I got you there, Ravens man. Thank you for the update there in the chat. So, yep. Well, I believe both teams are two. Someone correct me if I've got the stats wrong up right now. If they're not both 2-3 right now. Oh, for next week's stand 4-3. Okay, we'll have to see. Sorry, I'm just kind of rambling. Overcomer, what's going on? We've had kind of 2.5 minutes of everyone kind of chilling. What do we see going on in terms of items across the board here? All good reason, man.
I mean, you know, it seems to be fairly standard start. Shen not having backed it looks like. So now there's the Darius. So both are kind of sitting on quite a large sum at the moment. So based on their back timing, might prove beneficial for them. But you know, you have the Lost Chapter on Vel'Koz. So most likely he'll turn that into a Luden's Echo. He does have the possibility of the Hextech GLP as well. And then you have the Pickaxe on Senna, which can be flexed a little bit, but with the Mana Crystal, does look like she's going to be going the Manamune build. So, going to be a high damage output.
High damage, high risk, high reward, and that's what we want to see. Well, you don't always want to see high risk, but sometimes they do pay off, and that is what I think PVE style is more linked to. They do go for these riskier plays, but when they're able to pull them off, not only do they look hella good, but it really sets them up for what their kind of style playing is, which is we go ham, we're ready to just punch through whatever comes at us. Honestly, watching aggressive playstyle like that is so much fun. Not only watch, but cast. All right, but not quite past 10 minutes mark in the game. And everyone is still kind of chilling at this point. We're starting to see Lunar start up that Herald, so nice to see PVE paying attention to that objective game again, knowing how important it is against a team like Triple Nine, who just will go for towers and will take them one after another underneath, right from underneath you. You are not prepared.
Definitely a, I wouldn't call it a running clock, but facing off against a double invulnerability, and then you have the healing and mind, makes it a running clock to the point where the later you push the game, the harder it will be to kill them.
With Triple Nine if the game does get to that point. 3 solid tanks across the board for them. Plus the 2 ultimates, the Kindred and the Carrot, that just say, hey, we're not dying today, but they will be able to claim that Ocean Drake for themselves. Cloud coming up next, but again, you see Triple Nine prioritizing those early dragons and definitely want to be getting to that soul point. Very, very good.
So I mean, with an Ocean Dragon, well done for Triple Nine for picking it up, because if you got the Ocean Dragon onto Darius Vladimir, you get to a point where you don't even, doesn't matter if you have anti-healing, because they're just regenerating so much health that you can't cut it all out.
Again, early Drake will be helping out a little bit. But it's really the Ocean Soul that will be a big one there. I mean, we saw in a program recently, I think this was the PSMCL one, where one of the teams had the Ocean Drake and were back to full health. They went from half health to full health in like 5 seconds, just purely based off of what they were getting from Ocean Drake. What's Overcome, you good over there with your mic?
Yeah, I'm just kind of...
no. Look at this! Quanser getting caught by Vladimir. He's been losing a lot of help, but here comes the fast horse, the flash from Galio and the Stand United just in case, but it's actually going to be stopped by C9 World Champ. Now we got a bit of fighting going on as here comes Sui in, and oh my god, this spin to win from this Darius is actually disgusting. So, yeah, Kindred's going to say, yeah, no thanks, I'm cool. Thanks, though.
But he stepped up, just getting knocked down. I was like, well...
And yeah, sorry about the volume, guys. I am physically bouncing around right now, looking back and forth between chat and the game. So I will either move my mic with me. Does that kind of work too? But yeah, it's, I'll do my best to try and keep it going. I'm excited tonight. And that's the flash. Zenith played in from K-God. Immediately Terror ulti being popped. And the poke from the back line. And Lunar Effect is looking for one. The flash coming out of Grape. And this bot lane from Triple Nine going to be avoiding another gank again. So, really unfortunate for PVE, but Triple Nine going to be happy about that one. As question mark.
Yeah, it's I mean, I do have one question for PVE, and that is, why do you have a 0 vision score on both Vladimir and Vel'Koz at 13 minutes?
A good point to bring up. Put some words down, please, my friends. You saw the bracelet earlier tonight. Words do say alive, and we're gonna need to be popping that one. Baker's caught out by the Senate Line, gonna be taking a little bit of a chunk there. And actually, the glacial augment for this Vel'Koz, just realizing that now, but yeah, crazy. 13.5 minutes, no first blood quite yet, but I think we might see something here in the mid lane, as Shelly's going to be taking a charge, taking some plates there for PVE. Not even, we're pretty far away from that, but oh no, Vapus, buddy, oh Vapus, pop. The Senate ult is down, and first blood actually going on over to FS Grape. And now the Converge will come as the TPs are dropping. The Solar Flare is down, and that's Vladimir ult from Psychonautic. Here comes Galio, though, trying to find some stuns there, but it will not land. That will be the pool pop by Psychonautic. So, first blood picked up by 999. Vapus, unfortunately, dove, and I don't know if that's really where you want the gold to be. on the Derek, but you'll take what you can get at this point. For a 14-minute
I
first blood.
mean, you take what you can get, but the extra gold you get from first blood doesn't really help Tarek at all, because he doesn't need the gold. So it's a little unfortunate. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, but you know, when you're already delaying first blood this long, then you shouldn't kind of gift the first blood over to your support, just because your support can't really make use of that extra gold, and it'll just end up sitting in his inventory.
Yeah, but I will say this: it was Grape that initiated that dive. So while it would be ideal to get the gold on Senna, Grape definitely deserves that one, considering he put the body on the line, almost sacrificed the body for that one. But Tarek just so damn tanky. So I mean, the turret in the greater sense of things didn't do overly that much, but they'll take what they can get. You are right now. Psychonautics is in trouble, knocked up in the queue there, so taking down a half health, but not gonna be able to find anything there. Lunar Effect is floating around in this jungle. Could be seeing something from them very soon, but let's see what happens. And Ravens man, hoping those stats don't change for him, but we're gonna see something around this dragon, as it will be the cloud going on over to PVE. The Tarek ulti has been popped. That's the disintegration raid coming out of Papus. The knock up and the takedown in the backline there. That's gonna be members of PVE dropping, and now a big old fight here as Tangerine come through. Ravens man is gonna be a little sad about those stats though, but it is the kills picked up for Tangerine, picking up one of those kills there, and now Lunar Effect is going to have to get out a 3-for-0 for 999. Plus, nope, the Dragon did go on over to PVE. So that is the trade 3 kills for a Dragon, but
I don't know. It's these players like keeping us on toes, and they kind of do everything all over the place. So
yeah,
you see a kind of heavy CS difference falling, and a fairly large CS difference as well mid lane. So if PvE isn't overly careful, they can definitely lose their leads they have due to not keeping those CS numbers up high. So,
and just take a look at those gold differences at this point. Senna up about 1.5k over the Vel'Koz. Ooh, might see a little something in the top lane though. Here comes K-God. And going in, the Zenith played the Q to stun him down. And now 3 members of PvE on to Maxwell. She'll be able to get this one. K-God just chaining those Zenith blades really nice. And they are able to take down the Shen, as Herald seems to be the next priority here for PvE. So I saw in chat earlier, PvE needs to be more proactive, and this is them taking the steps to do so.
exactly. And I mean, they're starting to, but I mean, you also, when you have a 1 to 4 start for your kills, you know, you kind of need to check your game tempo.
They're going in. K-God actually having to drop down the solar flare, and that's going to be Vladimir popping in the back line. That is Tangerine keeping his distance, but a big Galio to come down. That's going to knock down 1, 2, 3 members of PvE, and now Tangerine just in the back line firing off so much damage there. Padding those stats, but it's actually a double kill for FS Grape. Aiden, aka Vapus, is going to try and get out as well too. That's going to get Super Soaker there as well too. The disintegration ray on Tangerine, but Quanser on the backside of this. The knockup from Galio going golden is Vel'Koz, but it's just a couple more seconds till he's down. Tangerine gets another kill there, and it will be a terrible secured, however, for PvE.
So, I mean, they did secure Herald there, but at what cost did you have to go? You know, you're basically just handing over kills to the other team just for an objective. But
yeah, it's, again, high risk, high reward. Will it be able to pay off? I don't know. They're gonna have to be very smart with where they put this Herald and when they put it through. Oh boy, another little skirmish here in the jungle. Lunar Effect getting low, but the big solar flare from K-God going to lock down 2 members temporarily, but the chase is still on. The blast cone will get Lunar back to K, but K-God is not done quite yet. Oh no, he is done. He is quite very much done, as it will be case going on to C9 champ. The VP is actually coming down. The Herald actually being popped. Still more fighting going over here. PVE dropping like flies. And now it's just Psychonautic left here. He's going to be forced to pull on out and get to safety. But damn, 999. Ooh, they are looking really strong right now. Up 7k gold at under 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh.
you know, definitely just a little strong here.
Yep, and there's not really too much PVE can do at this point. It's really unfortunate to kind of watch this one go down for them, but 999 just looking really good, comboing their ultis extremely well, and great synergy coming out of it.
There's only one thing I have to question 999 on. You have a 5-0 Tarek.
Guys, if 999 wins, we all gotta vote for Grape. Everybody has gotta vote for Grape. There's gotta be 100% swing on this one. This is wow. This is a point game where you get in here and you're like, I'm helping. Yeah, you are helping. Thank you.
Yeah, it also bring a good point. You know, you still have a 0 vision score on the Vladimir, and it's past 20 minutes.
Go aboard. Put down a single board. Just get a single vision score, please.
Just put it right where you're standing. Like,
this is not something you can see in LRS. This is actually really, really sad to see. Come on.
Oh no! I mean, you know, Vapor's only sitting on 4 is not a great sight either. But
take a look at top right now. Maxwell is getting jumped on right now, but it will be the second dragon going on over to 999. Soul Flare coming down, and the chunk and dunk from your Darius. He will be able to find the Shen, but that is just one little tiny brick out of this massive wall that 999 just continues to reinforce, and it is just looking almost impossible for PVE to get through. They're gonna have to pull some crazy stuff if they want to make it through this.
I mean, definitely gonna be skill testing.
I think he heard us. He's got some vision score now. Plus, he put down a control word. Ravenman pointed that out. Oh,
but no, this is definitely gonna be kind of push the limits. I feel for PVE, because you know, a series like this, when it's this close, is also setting you up for what playoffs will be like. And when you're sitting, you know, on a game like this, it's like in a best of 3. If you mental boom by the 3rd game, it's whatever because it's only best of 3. In a best of 5, you might be playing out of
trouble. Hold on a second. Hold that thought, because Kindred ulti actually happens to be popped. The Rammus fight is now gone, but Hey God is being jumped on right now. That's a lot of damage here. The Shen's coming down to double. Solar Flare onto that backline, but 1, 2, 3, 4 members of 999 are here. The Disintegration Ray will not be finding too many people there, as it will be the runaway. However, here comes Quanser. Lunar Feck gonna ulti on out of that to get himself to safety, but members of PVE getting really low. 999 just looking way too strong. But back to that point about the series you were talking about.
Yeah, so you know, in a best of 3 series, you know, you can go 1-1. And you know, if you feel yourself kind of mental booming, or you kind of your team's ready to give up, it's not the end of the world. You know, like you have the one win, and if you're sitting high enough on the leaderboard, you can kind of afford to drop a game like that. When it comes down to a playoff series, which is best of 5, you've got to be ready to play 5 games of League against the same people.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's where it becomes such a mental game, getting into the head of your enemies, and you know, this is what I can pull off. Do you really want to try something like that? Or this is what our team can do collectively together as a unit. It makes it really scary when you have to start playing into the other team's game, because that's ideal for anybody. Okay, force them into a position where they have to do exactly what we want them to do, and that's exactly what Triple Nine is doing right now. They're pushing out everywhere they can. You see the amount of vision across the map. All those red specks on your mini map is Triple Nine vision just everywhere.
Little Christmas tree they set up for you.
He has 10 now. Okay. Still might have been the spectator above that recently, but right now we're going to be seeing a big old fight here as Quanta's coming through. Look for the taunt, finding Lunar Effect is right now. It will be K-God on the back line going down to Tangerine. Again, not only upsetting PVE, but upsetting Ravens, man, who's trying to beat him in the stats. But right now, PVE just trying to hold on to this one. We are at 25 minutes right now. The Baron is up. Another Dragon up in a minute 20. I don't know how much longer this is going to go on if this Baron is picked up here.
I mean, they don't need much to close the game at this point. So I feel Triple Nine at this point is kind of just looking for that little hairpin that'll tip the game over the edge. And after they kind of get that little snowball rolling, I don't think they'll have a chance to stop because it'll kind of just turn itself throughout the game through and through.
Trying to find this one. The Stand United actually could be coming down the city filter there to slow down some members of Triple Nine, but that blue buff secured by the Kindred. Yeah, they're going to be spotted here by the Spooky Ghost, but as of now, it is a almost 10k gold lead for Triple Nine. And I don't know what to do about this at this point. 26 minutes in the game, 10k. That's really tough.
It's a little questionable, you know, after playing so strongly on a game, and then you turn around and you basically play equal to the game, your first game that you played. Definitely a little questionable.
Oh, wait a minute. They might have actually found FS Scrape, but I take it back a little bit because he's Tarek and he has the ultimate that says, no, I do not want to die, so he pops that immediately. Mountain Drake is being hopped on this build. Take Triple Nine to that soul point, but it will be Quanta knocked up, and now he's looking to go back in, but a big solar flare in the back line. The disintegration rate from PVE from Vapus on the back. That's going to be the Lamber's fight popped as well too. Now Vapus in a bit of trouble on that backside. Quanta going to be picking up that kill, and it will be Psychonautic going into the pool, but Triple Nine is just way too strong. They find 4, they only give back 1, and they set themselves a soul point. This is almost the final nail in the coffin here for PVE.
Yeah, they're definitely kind of, at that point where they can kind of basically just group mid, you kind of run it down, if you commit members to a fight, PVE can't really fight that, so they do have to look at kind of hard turtling, except that they can't afford to turtle when you have a lane such as this bot lane that has the double empowered caster minion or cannon minions in the back line there, firing away auto attacks out of range of towers. So
that's I was definitely a little unfortunate. I think it was a good setup for PVE, but at this point in the game, just a little bit too far behind. They just don't have the damage to keep up with this point. I don't know if they can even turtle for that long. You got another dragon in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That's soul for Triple Nine. The Baron's back up in 3, and I just think this one might be a little too far gone. It's gonna have to be a miracle play for them to come back in. I'm holding on to that hope that they can find it, but really, if you're looking at how these numbers are going and how this game is going right now, Triple Nine is not too far off from closing this one.
They've kind of taken that snowball and throwing it off the side of a hill. It kind of keeps rolling to the point where you can't stop it. You can only see it coming and hope it doesn't hit you. Until then it hits you and you realize that you are just going to be stuck inside a rolling snowball.
That's just an example of how strong Triple Nine are right now. Damn, son. That's a tough one. tough pill to swallow here for PVE. Is it's just it's a slow shred of their base here, a slow shred of the ego. As this one, unfortunately, I think over at this point there's not too much they can do here. Yeah, this inhibitor is going down as well too. That's 2 gone from the base here, and PV, you know what? They're putting up a fight, and I'll give them that. There's this going on in the top lane. The Sen ulti actually coming through, and oh no. Tangerine with the assist from downtown, and that does keep the Shen alive. Would have been close, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
you have a global ult that hurts and shields. So, like, yeah. And yes, thank you, Ravens man. I said it at the beginning of this game. Senna has 98 stacks right now.
That's
Two more, and that's like holy
100
crap.
stacks, almost 100 stacks in 30 minutes. It's not too bad, you know.
99, 100. There it is. That's a big, yeah. That's oof there, chat. I feel ya. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Baron up in less than a minute. Mountain Drake up in a minute. 1 kill away from being dank. So all 999, just get 1 more kill. Please don't get any more than that, because we can just have the scoreboard be exactly what I want it to be. That would be fantastic.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean, at the rate they're going, I don't think it's very hard for their team to pull off.
Nope. I think it's probably gonna end up being 424 or 524, and that will spell the end of this one, as it's literally, it's Soul Point and it's Baron up right now. You gotta pick one. I don't think that PvE are gonna be able to shred down this Baron in time, but it looks like 999 are gonna be focusing the Baron first instead of going for that Soul Point.
I mean, they know they win team fights, and they know that being Soul Point, it's more natural for them to be on Soul. So then
Oh, Lunar Effect is looking for it. He's going in, but just swamped down. Goodbye, Lunar. I'm sorry to see you go, but 999 are proven who's the stronger team tonight, as I accidentally get rid of the Baron title. But don't worry, it's up there. And now there's fight between bot lane. Maxwell trying to find. Oh, let's go, Noah. Let's go. Synconatic gets the solo kill down there. He had the dank scoreboard for all of 30 seconds, and then it disappeared. Noah, you ruined it. How dare you? But at this point, I don't.
He picked himself up a kill, so at least he made it to the leaderboard before the game ended.
I mean, the Senna ult was available, so it could have been used again, but a big soul flare actually coming down. Dewey going to be flashing on out of that one, so PVE doing everything in their power to defend this base. Senna is going to find a couple, and then, well, no, this K-God after that one almost finds Psychonautic as well. But this Baron and Powered Cannon is going to be hurting quite a bit. And now we see FS Grapes soloing the dragon to get them soul point. That's super cool. super duper cool.
5-0 Tarek solos the dragon.
What the hell? What the hell? I'm glad we caught it on camera. But the Sentinel coming down, that will be the top inhibitor turret going down, which means the base of PVE completely exposed. We're going to have to turn this on to a mature channel, because this is getting a little nasty. 1 inhibitor is left standing. They are trying their damn best to hold this one together, but PVE it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. There's still at least a minute left on this Baron timer. The one up in the top corner is a little bit ahead, so Baron will be running out in about 1 minute, but that's plenty of time, as all the turrets are gone, all the inhibitors are gone, only the next turrets stand, and this is, we're going to have to zoom out real far to figure out where everything is going. Here's jump on immediately. Tangerine's going to be taking out Vapus, and lots of fights. Galio ult, Tarek ult, you name it. Whatever 999 needs, they've got it, and they just stay alive for a little bit more. C9 World Champ is going down. That is only 2 members of PvP left in the base. The TPs are coming down, and 999 will take the series 2-1, as they're going to go ahead and pad some stats. They've finished off this Nexus. GG's 999, and GG's to all of you putting your tokens on 999. What a hell of a series, as 999 just looks so damn strong on that one. My God.
Yeah, they I don't know if you call it falling apart game 2 after a steady game 1, but they kind of came around and kind of took that game 3 and kind of just rolled with it from the beginning.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see, because you know what? We saw the fight that PVE was trying to give to him, but on it wasn't the fact that they started off being super strong. They were winning these little fights here and there, which does get you to that point, but it was very well put by Ravensman in chat. The combo alts of Kindred, Galio, Senna, Tarek, Shen. That's a beautiful draft coming out from 999. Could not put something better together. You've got globals. You've got people that just stop you from dying. You name it. You name it. They've got it. They've got so much in their arsenal, which was just amazing to synergize around, and it just made life hell for PvE to try and fight through.
Yeah, it's you know, when you have double invulnerability, when you stack those together, that's a roughly, I think, what is it, about 4 or 5 seconds of invulnerability between the two abilities. So
Yeah, gonna be spicy indeed. We are gonna flip on over to the analyst desk in a second, guys. But yeah, that was some spicy stuff coming out of 999 tonight. Really great game out of PVE and game number 2, but 999 opting for the red side clearly must be a reason they like that side, because that does give them a lot of priority over the dragon. They got soul point in both games 1 and game 3, so definitely showing the focus is headed towards that bot lane, and they just make use of it. So let's head on over the analyst desk. We'll chat a little bit more, and then we'll go to our break to do our player of the game. But yeah, that was just insane. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Bring me in to talk about playoff. Listen, Ravens, man. We're gonna have to do some interviews coming up soon. So just you keep an eye out for me dropping in the DMs. But yes, 999 come through. They get the win in game number 3. They get the win in the series, and yes, we got a vote, but we know where the votes are going, because that's the way she goes, fellas. Yeah, Overcomer. 999's comp was just insane. Why don't we take a look at some of the damage coming out on this setup real quick, just super duper quick.
yeah, just under 1k damage per minute.
Yeah, really good stuff from Tangerine. I know there's one person lurking in chat there, Ravens fan, not too happy about the padded status of Tangerine, but no, it was really great stuff. With the exception of that that 1v1, we got to see our fellow caster Psychonaut kit on the Shen down there. Was being really heads up where those Senate ults needed to be. Just again, that's the great thing about playing in the competitive scene is, you know, you get to be on mic, you get to be communicating there and say, listen, I need the ult right freaking now. Clearly a little bit of miscommunication there at the end, but at that point, it wasn't really that much of a changer. It was nice to see that PVE still had some fight in them, but 999 just showing up tonight. They had the draft in this last game. Honestly, just just a beautiful thing that they put together. Disgusting, nonetheless. Absolutely disgusting what they have going on here.
Almost like they created a piece of art that looks terrible on paper, but at the same time is amazing.
Yeah, it's it just worked really well. A lot of stuff that just, how do you get past this? How do you get past a team like this? And I don't know if there's any answers that you can supply for this, because this is just this team comp was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But we are going to take a short break, guys, and when we come back, we will be announcing our player of the game. And I'm just going to do a little for fun raffle as we end the night. So make sure to stick around for the end of the stream, because I'm going to be giving out another 100 Legends tokens. So let's head to a break. Make sure to vote for who you believe deserves player of the game, the support who soloed a dragon. But that is just one caster's opinion. I will leave it to you guys in the chat. So that poll is open. Make sure to get those votes starting to go. We will see you in 5 minutes and be back to announce our player of the game. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a bit.
wish those dreams can come true. You can be very far with you. You know you got to have hope. You know.
Welcome back, my lovelies, and welcome to the little wrap up in our stream tonight. Thank you, one and all, for joining us and having some fun and chat with us tonight. It's been a great time, and of course, what's up with my camera? First of all, let's shift you on over here. Hi, 999 pulling through massive, opting for their red side, going back to what they had success with in game number 1. They find it again. They find the soul. They find the Baron, and they put together a disgusting draft that just could not be beat. You could not get past it. It's unfortunate for PVE, but that means 999 takes that one extra little step ahead in standings. That fight for 5th place as they pull through for that. However, we got more important news, and this is by the end of the game, this player was able to solo a dragon as the support. And I love it because 100% of the votes went to them. Congratulations, FS Grape, on player of the game. Coming through 5-0-15 on the Tarek. Did not even die. He's got that ult. He had the Kindred ult. He had Galio and Chen to be there for him as well, too. And, of course, the Senna. That was a hard one to get through, but 999 showing how big of a team they have and how massive their draft was in our final game of the night. Just truly incredible stuff to be seeing from them, but it will be 999 that pull into that fifth place spot, and it will be PVE in that 6th place spot. So I believe playoffs are looking locked right now. Make sure to double check on those because sometimes I might not be right over here, but all those standings and updates and stats are on our Instagram, so you can head on over to legends__GG to check out all the information over there, and we update those as frequently as we can. So do be patient with our stats, guys. As all of us with school starting up right now, life is a busy place. But yeah, crazy stuff tonight. But in the end, it is 999 find that win. So, guys, hell of a fun night. I want to thank each and every one of you for being active and participating in the token system that I've got using. I hope you're having fun with it. I'm having fun with it. It makes things a little bit more spicy to have something on the line. And don't forget, whoever is our top point leader by the end of the LRS Premade split will be crowned our king and or queen, depending on what your personal preference is. And you'll have that unique tag in Discord until the next split, if we do it again. But I'm hoping if this goes well, this is something we incorporate into all our nights, so you guys can really be playing along with us and interacting, because this is half of it. We have our players, we have our staff, and then the big chunk is you guys out there supporting us and tuning in and joining along for all the fun that we like to have here on the desk. So I do appreciate all the participation you guys did tonight. Hopefully to have fun. As we are ending out tonight, we are going to be doing a giveaway for another 100 Legends tokens. Now, those of you who tuned in tonight are getting lucky, because I'm not going to be doing drops like this all the time. This giveaway will be up for, let's do 5 minutes starting now, and all you have to do is punch in the command raffle, and I will make sure to personally give you those from not my personal account, but the channel's account points. I'll make sure to get those on over to you as long as you are registered in here. If not, I'll make a note of that. Just if it's not working for you, if it wasn't working, you just need to make sure to tune in more. The bot that does all this needs to register you in, and I think it requires at least 20 minutes of watch time. So that is one stipulation if you are having issues being given, or trying to participate in the predictions tonight. That is just the one thing that it needs to actually be going on and get to actually register you. But I think that is going to wrap it up for tonight. I might have a mod floating out here who can spam that merch tag for me, or that merch command, but make sure to head on over to our store and check out all the kick-ass merch we have. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's so freaking comfortable and so soft. But my Legends hoodie came in just not too long ago. I've got that ready for myself today. Thank you, D Cyclone, for that. And yeah, no, it's honestly, this is not me trying to hype it up. It's just straight up, I freaking love this thing. It's great. I get to see our logo on my sweater and wear that around. It's an awesome little piece of swag that I'm very, very happy to have. Very proud of the work that everyone's been putting in here at Legends Esport, and of course, proud of you, chat, for having fun and memeing and participating, and of course, all our followers joining us tonight. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed the show, or if you're just joining us at the end here, make sure to go and check out that VOD, because this was one hell of a series, guys. Holy crap, 999. That draft was something big brain. I do like to see that, and hopefully look forward from both these teams in the near future. But guys, that will do it from us tonight. This is your boy Christian, aka Gurf, signing out for the night. Make sure to be using that raffle. The raffle is up and available right now. Question mark? It is not. It is now up and available, so you guys can start entering into that raffle. It's going to take, yep, there it is. There it is in chat. I see it right there. As my camera decides to int on me one more time, I'm going to be heading out tonight. Thank you for staying with us for... Is it midnight? Holy crap, it is midnight. Well, this is something, all right. It's been a hell of a night, guys, but I got to go. Have a wonderful evening. Best of luck in the raffle, and I will see you guys next week. But make sure to tune in this Sunday, 3 p.m. EST, for our LAS Valorant Premade League. And fingers crossed, we're working hard. We're going to try and get another podcast out to you guys this weekend. Might be a little delayed, but we will keep you guys all updated. There's a few of us that are going to be grinding this weekend. I will tell you that. So fingers crossed, guys. Anyways, have a wonderful night. We'll see you guys in 3 sleeps. Okay. Love you all. Bye. Oh, God, hit the seat. Ah.
Bye.